Want to reach Night Talks Radio? That's easy. Simply dial 1-507-384-9390.
Bing, what are you doing here? I thought I'd tell you to go fuck your mother. I thought he was gonna shit. Pow, Bing. Oh, fuck is... Gee, I wish I was big just once.
You're
the big cops.
Really funny. Really funny.
What do you mean I'm funny?
It's funny, you know. It's a good story. It's funny. You're a funny guy.
What do you mean? You mean the way I talk? What?
It's just, you know, you're just funny. It's funny, you know, the way you tell the story and everything.
Funny how? I mean, what's funny about it?
Tommy, no, you got it all wrong.
Oh, Anthony. He's a big boy. He knows what he said. What'd you say?
You're right.
Funny how? What?
Just, you know, you're funny.
You mean,
So?
well, let me understand this, because maybe it's me, I'm a little fucked up, maybe. But I'm funny how? I mean, funny like I'm a clown, I amuse you. I make you laugh. I'm here to fucking amuse you. What do you mean funny? Funny how? How am I funny?
No, just, you know how you tell the story. What?
No, I don't know. You said it. How do I know? You said I'm funny. How the fuck am I funny? What the fuck is so funny about me? Tell me. Tell me what's funny.
Get the fuck out of here, Tommy.
You motherfucker. I almost had him. You stuttering prick here. Frankie, was he shaking? I wonder about you sometimes, Henry. You may fold under questioning.
Hi everyone, this is Jennifer Gregerson. I hope you're enjoying the show tonight. I have a few things to say about my favorite little boutique, Gentle Lady Boutique. It's a 1920s non-woke conservative boutique with a modern-day twist. The mother-daughter boutique with Teresa and her daughter Samantha are always looking for beautiful, unique styles and are continuously adding new brands and designs every week. Gentle Lady Boutique is constantly growing and has dresses for any special occasion. The boutique also offers accessories of all sorts, from purses, jewelry, hats, and shawls, just to name a few. Oh, let's not forget those comfortable and cozy pajamas, or even that sexy intimate wear for the love of your life, and the variety of shoes and powder room just for you. Gentle Lady Boutique is perfect for a lady's everyday attire, with the bonus of being able to mix and match, and sizes from petite to plus sizes. Just right for the natural body. So, if you're looking for a perfect gift for the holidays or even that gorgeous special outfit for any occasion, Teresa and Samantha have your best interest at heart. Just head on over to GentleLadyBoutique.com because Teresa and her daughter Samantha have teamed up with Night Talks Radio and NTR Daily to not only bring you these amazing pieces of clothing and accessories, but they have also included at checkout exclusive discounts for all NTR fans and listeners. So type in Night Talks 100 for 10% off your entire order of $100 or more, and ships free for up to a $50 purchase. Unfortunately, though, these codes cannot be used for any other specials. By using these codes, it helps advertise this wonderful boutique and helps keep Night Talks Radio Network growing by sending 5% of the sales back to your favorite late night talk shows, Night Talks Radio Live and NTR Daily. So once again, check out these outstanding products, show off your new look, and have fun with GentleLadyBoutique.com and tell them Jennifer from Night Talks Radio sent you.
Streaming to you live from Spreaker.com and somewhere deep in the great upper Midwest. If you're ready for a ride, you can call NTR anytime by dialing the nationwide caller line at 1-507-384-9390. First-time callers can reach Night Talks Radio at 1-507-307-4424. Text Daniel and NTR exclusively at 1-218-689-7126. Now, from somewhere in the great upper Midwest, here's your hosts, Daniel Brewer and Jennifer Gregerson.
Happy Thanksgiving, folks. I feel a little awkward. I haven't been on the air for a while. I got a little bit of stage fright. I don't know if I can do this. Jennifer, are you going to help me out?
I'll try. It's been a while since I've been on the air, too.
It's kind of scary, to be honest.
No, it's natural for us.
It'll come back to me, I think.
I think so.
Yeah. Last time I checked, we have about 650,000 ear holes listening to our broadcast.
Oh, yeah. You know, I mean, we've been around for quite a while. You know, what, this is our 40th episode?
Yes, it is.
That's good. That's good.
That's right. Today, folks, not only was it a 4-day weekend, but it was our 40th show today.
Right.
It is our 40th show.
Yes, and sorry we've been so, away or distant lately. We got some new equipment.
Well, I kind of explained that.
On and everything like that.
I explained that scenario just a little bit here and there on NTR Facebook, and of course the chat room you created for this show. I tried to explain that here and there. I really didn't go into major detail. I just explained that essentially I was fed the fuck up with everything in terms of the studio equipment, the microphones, just everything. Remember when I used to talk about just tossing everything out the window?
Oh, yes.
Well, I mean, that essentially is what happened. I finally broke down to the point where if I remember Office Space?
Yeah, but we didn't
when they beat up the fax machine
like that. We actually upgraded with it for me. Instead of me having to write everything by hand, remember? We are now got it all on the computer for me.
We're for sure moving up. Like we would, like you would be able to hear us like between 2 and 4 a.m. on NPR. You know what I mean? Like we're moving up there now.
Right.
You know, we're getting some markets, folks.
Right. This is going to take a little bit of time to get used to. You know, I don't really work with the computer that often, so everything is now on the computer.
It's going to make your your life a lot easier.
I know, but as you still see once in a while, I still go to that pen and paper.
You do. I mean, you're going to do that. You've done that for a while, but it's something that you'll get used to, and you'll find that it's so much easier.
And I will save the trees this way.
That's right. You'll save all those trees. I mean, if you look at the basket behind us alone, all the trees that have died because you need to write something down. But now, see, I'm looking now at the laptop that you have, and you're able to just... It looks like you have things already pre-made.
Yep, pre-made, pre-organized. I mean, this is going to go a lot easier. I'm going to be able to do, all my NTR...
The astronomical insights, astronomical
and everything
news.
like that, like ahead of time,
You simply, you put your idea down, and then you erase it, and then you can put your next idea down.
Yep.
You
That's
know,
the nice thing
so
about it,
I actually like that format.
Well, I love PowerPoint. I mean, I used to do PowerPoint all the time when I was going to college and I was working online for National American University. I was going for nursing at the time, but unfortunately,
Is that a Big Ten school?
No, it's not a Big Ten school.
Oh, okay. I was just checking.
No, but it was a pretty nice school and everything. You could do everything online. It was very convenient. I did everything from home. Right.
No, I think, the bottom line to move forward from that is that it's going to make your life so much better now having, a fairly decent laptop. I mean, it's not like it's crap.
No.
Don't get me wrong there. It was crap for what I was trying to do.
Yeah, it wasn't strong enough to carry our mics and all that stuff,
not just our mics, but other things that we have attached,
Right.
This thing is growing into just like a monster. It's like the Google computer that can talk to its creator.
Yeah.
It's like that's what this is growing into. Just there's lines everywhere that go here and there behind the couch to hard drives. Pretty soon, in the middle of the night, the thing is going to be like, Daniel. Like Jesus Christ. So I don't know. Right now it's going good. It looks really cool. I wish people could see it.
Yes.
The whole new setup and whatnot. Getting a little tight.
It is.
Getting a little tight in the home studio. I'm not going to lie about that.
It is, but that just means that we're going to have to upgrade to a house or something.
We're going to have to. Our next upgrade is going to be to a condominium or a home, a house again. Do I ever long for a home as a house? My God. What was the last time we had a house was 2017.
2016.
No, we had a house, remember, in the first 6 months of 2017 by the old railroad tracks.
Yeah, we did, yeah.
So that was officially the last time. We had DirecTV.
Yeah.
My gosh. I don't even know if Hulu and all that type of stuff was out then. That we could stream like we do now.
Probably not. I wonder how DirecTV is doing these days with all the Hulu and everything.
DirecTV, actually, I think you could still do what we did in 2017 by actually, remember how they had to rig it up in our yard?
Right,
You know? Like, I think you could still do that, but now you can stream DirecTV as well. Like, everything is turned streaming. Anybody that has cable... would be considered like you're way behind the times right now.
Right. Well,
you know what I mean?
It's kind of hard.
I could stream ESPN Plus to my
watch
now.
Well, things are changing constantly, and it's hard to believe here in about 2 weeks, my very first child is going to be 21 years old. That is just hard to believe.
21.
She makes me old every day.
Yikes. Any plans with that? Or at least are you talking about any plans? Is she going to get poopered up?
No, she's not really
like me when I woke up in a random yard?
No, she's not too much into that,
Ypsilanti, Michigan. Shout out to Eastern Michigan. Go ahead.
No, she's not really too much into that, so it sounds like... her birthday falls on a Sunday, too, so... But not only that, it just seems like she's kind of maybe to do the social drinking at home.
So what is she going to do?
Not so much to bar life. She's not into that kind of thing.
Man, I think you got to experience getting like super poopered. Did Alexa just talk to me? Did I say something wrong?
No,
to Alexa. Did she just tell me to?
No, Alexa.
Go fuck myself or something?
Alexa was telling her.
Okay, I don't know.
Had
like I said, folks, we have things reaching out into our entire home, and they're watching me. They're listening to me. They're talking to me. I'm live on air, and Alexa is like, Brewer. Yeah. Like, what? So, I was trying to say, though, is that I think everybody, whether you're a drinker or not, should at least experience one night of complete pooperness.
Well, yeah, who knows?
You know what I mean? If you
She's still young, She may still, decide...
Your 21st birthday, I mean, come on. Come on.
I was pregnant on my 21st birthday, so I really didn't do much.
Yikes. But anyway, when on my 21st birthday, I was with Scott Faleski, John Sequin, and a few others. And I can't remember if we were going to Eastern Michigan or coming back from Eastern Michigan. Those are my friends and people that know Eastern Michigan University, the Eagles. We're known for the giant penis. When you come in on Michigan Avenue, there's like I kid you not, there's a giant penis-shaped tower. That is right there, and I mean, it looks like a penis, and I really don't have a clue, still to this day. I may have been told several times, but I don't remember at this point. I don't know what that building is, or what it's even for. So, one of these days, I'm going to look that up, and try to figure out what the Ypsilanti penis is actually all about.
Yeah.
So, but I will. But real quick,
all about what the tower is all about.
The tower, you know. So, I don't know if I passed out in a yard in Ypsilanti and woke up when the sun, danced on my face, or it was Scott Faleski's yard that I woke up.
Who knows?
Thank God my car was still there, though. That was the one thing I worried about. I was like, oh, where's my car? And there, there it is.
Dude,
but,
where's my car?
Dude, yeah, it was seriously one of those moments. Like, dude, where's my car? Like, that's the first thing that hit me, And then I went to stand up, and I remember I went right down to my face again, because I just saw the blood pressure just from being so sauced up. Scott comes out. He's making eggs and bacon.
Oh, jeez.
It's like, no, thank you, dude. Hold on to that grease for me, pal.
Anyway, that sounds like a very interesting 21st birthday.
Everybody's got to have a 21st birthday like that.
Their story.
It's good times.
Yes. I think I had a lot of mine, my times before I was 21 in my college years. I was kind of naughty a little bit there.
I don't know.
I think I got sick and tired.
We can't say this stuff over the air, folks.
I got tired of it when I kept passing out in the bathtub and waking up with the shower on my head and everything like that. But
wow,
those were the days, I guess.
Those were the days. They really were.
Anyway, we do have a good show in store for you tonight. We do apologize
our 40th
for not being around. Lately, we have, like I said,
well, you know what?
Upgrading on some things and doing some new things, adding new things.
Like I said, let me put an end to that.
Yes.
That was simply because of our equipment arrangement.
Yep, we were upgrading things.
Things have now been taken care of.
Yep.
Midnight in the Desert. It's taken care of. Don't worry. You know who you are. So there's no problems as far as guests.
Nope.
Hearing the guests, communicating with the guests.
Yep.
Us talking.
Are working perfect. Everything's good to go.
I mean, we are 110%. You know what I mean?
And the speed. Oh, wow, the speed.
The speed. Yeah, can't drive 55. You know what I'm saying? We got terabytes all day long.
What is this thing called? A Nitro 5?
The Nitro 5. Yeah. I don't even want to tell you what this could do to you.
Anyway, we're going to go ahead.
Yeah, you got some stuff, don't you, for our 40th?
Yes, we're going to go ahead and start out with astronomical insights, everyone.
Here we go.
All right, so as for the historical,
it's okay.
No, yeah.
Well, it's been a long time. Everybody's missed your fuck-ups.
It has, yes. The horoscopes of the day for... Oh, God, I had this written for Tuesday, November 22nd. I forgot to change that. Anyways, for Saturday...
they're Saturday.
26th,
yeah, you forgot to change that part.
I forgot to
because they're interchangeable now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, anyways, Aries, focus on your long-term goals today. Be careful to avoid the negative around you.
Gotcha.
A shift will come tonight. helping you clear your social life of those who don't believe in you.
All right.
I'm going to do some house cleaning, huh?
Absolutely.
All right. Taurus, you will be full of energy today. You will feel a little financially overwhelmed, though. Luckily, you'll have a chance to sort through the financial situations this afternoon. And later tonight, a cosmic climate will help you improve your future goals. Gemini, you will be motivated today. These vibes will help you regain confidence in your life. You will be ready to take on more work challenges this afternoon, but just remember to relax tonight. Cancer, you will feel optimistic today. Keep the positive going and get rid of the negative in your life. A cosmic climate will help you focus on your self-care. And tonight, practice on your spiritual faith and skills. Leo, you will feel more confident today. Don't be afraid to share any of your work ideas as well. It may pay off later. This afternoon, treat yourself to a nice lunch. And tonight, a relationship from the past may spark again and focus on some new lifestyle changes. Virgo, your aura will be inviting today. You may want to focus a sense of balance as well. This afternoon, a shift will manifest, helping you regain clarity about your partnership. Focus on your needs tonight, as more pleasing people may come or come back into your life. For Libra, don't be afraid to express what's in your heart today. Your motivation will increase this afternoon. Tonight, you may want to start or finish a project you've always wanted to do. Scorpio, you will light up with beauty and grace today. These vibes are great for spending time with close friends this afternoon. More clarity will come into your love life as well, and a cosmic climate will help you make plans for the future and be more confident.
Sorry, I'm back.
That's all right. That's all right.
I had to go do something.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
I hope I didn't miss out on anything interesting.
No, it's all good. It's all
okay,
good.
Okay, excellent. Go ahead.
Sagittarius, you will feel emotional throughout the day. A cosmic climate will help you look to the brighter side of life, and tonight your family relationship will start to improve. Capricorn,
yeah.
a cosmic vibe will help you process your thoughts and feelings today. You will regain self-confidence as well. Luckily tonight, you will be able to connect and communicate, with others.
There we go.
Aquarius, you will feel in harmony and optimistic today. You will be more confident in your future goals as well. Take it easy this afternoon and focus on your creativity tonight. Pisces, you will feel that you have a chance to sparkle in your field today. Reward yourself for the hard work you have done. You will be more excited and positive about the things around you this afternoon. And tonight, relax, meditate, and practice your spiritual skills. As for the astronomical news, which is another segment we've got coming up.
You got a lot written down there, my God.
I do. So
typing up a storm.
So the Hyades star cluster. Is it Hyades or Hyades?
I have no clue.
Hyades star cluster in our galaxy has basically been found to challenge Newton's law. They have found evidence that controversially changes Newton's law of gravity and could upend or be the understanding of the universe.
Upend our understanding of the universe. I understand.
Yes.
It is just,
so researchers found
flip out. We're going to go crazy. Like, what the hell?
Researchers found this evidence by observing open star clusters. Okay.
Gotcha.
And in groups of about 500 stars sitting within larger galaxies. The open star clusters have trails of stars known as tidal tails in front or behind them. Okay? So the researchers' observation indicated that such clusters have many more stars sitting in the overall direction of their travel through space than trailing behind.
Really?
Yes. So this throws in the question, Isaac Newton's law of universal gravitation, which suggests that there should be the same number of stars in both tidal tails, front and behind.
Okay.
Apparently there isn't. Apparently what's going on is there is an uneven distribution
Once again,
of stars.
you are leading me down a road of complete confusion. But go ahead.
Okay, so apparently, Sir Isaac Newton says that, you're supposed
Maybe
to have
someone
the same
in
number of stars.
Yugoslavia understands what you're saying right now.
Same number of stars in both tidal tails, okay? A tidal tail
Okay,
is...
what's a tidal tail?
So, it's open star clusters have tails of stars, known as tidal tails.
Tails of stars.
And they have them in the front and they have them in the behind.
Okay.
In front of them and behind them.
So, on their ass and then in the private up front. Okay, go ahead.
Well, normally what's happening is there's many more stars sitting in an overall one direction than the other direction, so therefore that throws out Isaac Newton's law of universal gravitation. That it is not the same.
You know what? I'm not even going to fight you or debate this. I let you. I thought about it. I was like, let's do astronomical news.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
But it's
I'm just going to leave that one alone.
For many, many years, we thought that Sir Isaac Newton's law, Isaac Newton's law of gravitation was true. That we thought that it was the same on both sides.
So
it's not the same on both sides. It seems like these clusters are clustering in one direction only and not one behind or one in front.
Is this okay? So we're talking about Newton here, okay?
Yes.
This is pretty big in terms of history.
It is
human history.
Right.
Okay, so are you telling me this is going to go into history books?
It's like a change.
Or is this did you get this from the back page of the Sun?
No.
Okay.
It's like it changes the gravitational way of thinking, how gravitation
Are they
works.
just discovering this?
They
is that what you're saying?
Just discovering
Okay,
yes.
so we're at the tip of the iceberg.
Yes.
Is what you're saying.
They're just discovering it, yes.
And so further research
so basically
is going to disprove.
So basically this is a game changer. Okay? And this destroys all the work done on the galaxies and on the cosmology that assumes dark matter and Newton's gravity, basically.
Okay.
So I'm sure...
Whatever the hell you just said. I mean...
I'm sure they're going to research into it more, but it's very interesting.
You mentioned dark matter. What the hell does dark matter have to do with this, then?
So the uneven distribution of the stars is noticeable, but extreme enough. But it's not extreme enough for any sort of dark matter. It's invisible substance. Is
it really?
It's not
dark matter. What if dark matter is
dark matter
everything?
Wasn't there, it could very well be that Newton's law could be true.
But what if dark matter is the nighttime sky, and the only thing getting through is planetary reflections off of their suns, their stars, and things like that?
That could very well be.
So I mean,
sure
nobody's come up with a compelling.
I'm
more or less dicking around with that one, jumping around on the dip.
I thought it was very interesting.
No, it is very interesting. If that is absolute fact, if that is something they've just discovered, that would be absolutely history changing.
Yes.
So we're gonna keep an eye on that one.
So here's another part of astronomical news: is the James Webb Telescope reveals an alien planet. atmosphere like never before.
You were like pointing at the word. I'm like, what?
I couldn't get it out. I don't know what it was.
Jeez.
Okay, so WASP 39b is now the best explored.
I don't like it already.
Planet
You know what?
The solar system.
It's named Wasp.
It is a boiling Saturn-like planet 700 light years away from the sun.
A boiling?
Boiling, yes.
Yeah, like, no.
The measurements of the planet's atmospheres have revealed that unprecedented details of its chemistry and even allowed astronomers to test methods for detecting alien life.
So apparently that's where those killer wasps come from.
It orbits around the constellation of Virgo.
It orbits around the constellation of a coronavirus.
The much higher abundance of oxygen compared to carbon in the thick clouds revealed the WASP-39b formed much farther away from its star than it orbits today.
Wow.
So,
wow.
Further studies need to be done, of course, to understand a little bit more about what's going on here. But data like these are also a game changer, according to Natalia Batula, professor of astronomy and astrophysics at the University of California at Santa Cruz.
Santa Cruz. Okay. So, yeah, still a big no. No. I don't care about that planet.
Because it's WASP?
Well, yeah, it has WASP in the name, number one. And number two, boiling planets. Like, no, I don't really want to. Well, let's move on.
Boiling planet is very extremely hot.
It's neat. Let's put it that way. It's neat. You know, but it's not like we're going to be living there.
No, I don't think we'll ever get there. Honestly, to study more or not.
I don't even care to be there if it's like that.
But
you know.
All right, so Artemis 1 was successfully launched from the Kennedy Space Station last week. Okay.
Tis correct.
The mission is going as planned, with Orion first reaching orbit around the Earth and then firing its engines to begin the multi-day trip to the moon, which will last 25.5 days,
yes,
according to NASA. So 25 and a half days, or 25.5. I mean, how do you get 0.5 a day?
Well, I mean, they're just saying in between 25 and 26 is what that is. Right?
But they did have some issues. I guess during the final hours of the countdown, there was a hydrogen leak in the valve.
Doesn't that just figure?
And a small group known as the Red Team had to be sent out to the launch pad into the danger zone to fix it. They were able to fix it, and the launch did launch. I
don't know. I feel like a huge distraction was about to come up with this.
You know, it did happen. So we'll wait and see exactly what goes on.
This is going to be.
I know I did read.
Everybody look over here moment. You know.
I know I did look into it a little bit more here. I believe it was yesterday that they actually lost sight of Artemis for about 45 minutes. But then it came back into sight. So
I'm not going to say anything on this episode about it. I haven't heard or read much on it. Obviously, getting everything all set up here, for the new show. But I feel deep down that it's like a red flag event, man. It's gonna, like I said, look over here, man. Look at this thing that's happening.
But it's just all it is supposed to go around the sun or go around the moon. Excuse me, that's all it's got to do.
Right?
So,
that's what it's supposed to do.
How hard can it be, right?
But something I've said that about 1,000 times about multiple things, and
that's why I couldn't stop laughing.
So and then in the meantime, like. For instance, like North Korea, nukes California or something, and just World War III starts as we're all looking at this thing. What's happening up there with Red Team Go, Red Team Go.
No, thinking it's Artemis.
The danger zone.
Thinking it's Artemis going around, and it's actually a nuclear warhead coming at us.
Who knows? I don't know.
I don't know. Anyway.
It's our 40th episode. I want to try to keep it happy a little bit, but...
Yeah, we just never know.
Things happen by the minute.
We never know what they've gotten planned for us. I mean, last time we were talking, and we talked about how if an asteroid were to come close to us, that they would not give us any clue at all.
Oh, I've mentioned that several times.
So, you know, it just makes you wonder exactly what they're doing these days.
They wouldn't, anything bad that was going to happen, whether it was from the skies, Earth, anything like that.
It's all experimental.
More or less natural.
Yeah.
Like, they wouldn't tell us.
No, but it's all experimental, you know, and stuff. So, I mean, they're dealing with the
law
of gravity. They're dealing with our universe. They're dealing with things that they haven't dealt with before and stuff.
Right.
So you never know what's going to happen. I mean, you're sending like tin cans basically up to space.
Right, exactly. I mean, but why? Just the timing. Like, why are you doing that now? With World War III potentially on the horizon.
They have tried testing it before, but it has failed multiple times to launch. So this is another time.
Well, I mean, this is a discussion for another show, but it's just that there's so many factors here that I want to bring up. But the fact of the matter is, like, the timing, number one, is definitely up there. Like, dude, like, you know. First off, just save the country from nuclear annihilation.
Yeah.
I mean, just do that, number one, okay? And we'll just baby step it, you know.
Right.
And take it from there.
Why are they so quick to get to the moon?
That's what I'm saying. Like, there was no. It was just like, we went to the moon. That's it. Everybody fucking be happy. The morale was up, and then, you know, it was a couple years, like, we're never going to the moon again. Mm-hmm. Okay, like, we don't even have the technology. People miss that one, like, what? You don't have technology? Like, you fucking went there in the 60s, I thought, you know? Mm-hmm. And now, all of a sudden, the big thing in, you know, our community, our realm of talk and friendship, it's all about going back to the moon.
Yeah.
Like, why? Why now?
I don't know.
Why are you distracting us now?
I don't know.
From what's happening in specific places like Kiev, Poland, the border of Poland, you know, North Korea getting giddy as shit over there now. Like, the West is losing, you know.
right.
Now we nuclear blackmail, you know. Biden. I mean, Biden basically said it.
Yeah.
You know, he was, any rogue country out there that hates the United States, just wait till we're having a shit time and you can, you know, blackmail us with your nuclear weapons and we'll do what you say. Mm-hmm. That's, I mean, they proved it with Russia here. So look where it's got us. And it also, you know, if there were to be, which, you know, now I've since the last time we did a daily, my personal scale has gone from like 60% to like 85%.
Right, and we can talk
where
about
we
that
have,
when we get into the news more.
Yeah, definitely I want to talk about that because it's still something that people aren't even thinking about.
No, we can talk about that, and we can also talk about a little bit about that new show that you came across yesterday as well. The Doomsday Preppers.
Oh, yeah, not a new show, new to you, new to us, but it's very interesting. It's a cavalcade of ideas.
That a little bit too.
Yeah. So go ahead there. I see you got some things.
Yes. Okay, so that was it for the astronomical news. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to talk about things that are associated with your zodiac. And today I have chosen charms.
Charms?
Lucky Charms.
Lucky Charms.
Not the cereal.
I was seriously going to ask that. Like the cereal?
Not the cereal, no. So Aries, your lucky charm is a key.
What? It's a key?
Yes. So since you have ambition, you know, you're an ambitious sign, okay?
Okay, I am.
And you're after a goal and want to unlock the methods to reach your goals.
That's right, give it to me, baby.
You can carry any key with you and whatever color. You can also wear it as a pendant or as a necklace. So that's the neat thing about that.
I feel like a cheat code in Zelda. You know, a bunch of keys. I can just fucking do whatever the fuck I want. My motivation is so amazing.
So Taurus, pat yourself on the back, you know, why don't you, because you're already kind of giving yourself a little bit of a big head, you know.
Okay, there we go.
Anyway, all right, so Taurus, your lucky charm is the horseshoe. Since your sign is the earth sign, the horseshoe fits right in. Gemini, fuzzy dice is your lucky charm. The neat thing about this is that, okay, the lucky dice began in World War II as the pilots carried the dice with them to basically bring luck when they were gambling, or even they brought them when they would fly on dangerous missions. So that's the neat thing about that. The Cancer, the dolphin pendant or statues, okay, dolphin statues. This is great because Cancer is a sign that represents nurturing the family and protecting the home, and that's what dolphins do. Okay. Dolphins will help you in shipwreck. They've been known to help guide you in a shipwreck. So that's the neat thing about that as well. Yeah.
I know they're super smart.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. So, Leo, anything pertaining to gold, all right? Gold is your big, huge lucky charm. Gold can be associated with attracting good wealth, good luck, and protection. It also helps open the crown chakra, which is the most potent and important chakra for Leos.
Okay.
So the Virgo, remember how I kind of talked a little bit about this before, that it's the evil eye or the Nazar. The evil eye charm has been known to
you were
protect
talking about
others
that.
from spiritual and physical and psychic attacks, okay? Spiritual, physical, and psychic attacks. Anything negative, okay?
Right.
The negativity can bring misfortune and sickness for thousands of years. That's why Virgo needs this good luck charm, as they can fall victim to these other negativities. Because Virgo is so spiritual, and most Virgos, not most of them, but some Virgos are psychic, and stuff too. And the negative is what really gets them, because it brings down their spiritual sense and everything like that. The negativity is not good for a Virgo at all.
I see. Gotcha.
The Libra, your lucky charm is the triangle pendant. So a triangle is a shape that represents balance, as it represents a balance of mind, spirit, and body. Therefore, Libra wears the triangle pendant through a necklace, earrings, or a bracelet, and they help them find the inner balance they need.
Okay.
Scorpio, the lucky charm. Kimmy, your lucky charm is a snake charm. The snake represents fortune and longevity. You say that word. Hello.
Longevity.
There you go. Thank you so much.
There's the Jennifer Gregerson we all know and love.
All right. So Sagittarius, yours is the arrow. The arrow represents moving forward and attaining good luck with the area that you are heading towards. Capricorn, yours is a 4-leaf clover. Now, it's not very often you see a 4-leaf clover. It's more like 3-leaf clovers that you see. But when you see a 4-leaf clover, not only does this charm help bring forward their productivity levels.
Yeah,
sorry. It helps get them abundance amount of hope, faith, and wealth. And therefore, every Capricorn needs that in their life. And they may want that in their life as well.
Okay.
So, lucky charms are always fun. Aquarius, your lucky charm is the ladybug.
The ladybug.
The ladybug possesses the unique charm.
Not to be confused with the Japanese beetle.
Bring in fortune, good finances, and abundance. That is why the Aquarians, okay?
The Aquarians.
That's what they call
them. Is that? Oh, really? They
Aquarians,
really call them that? Okay.
See ladybugs as good luck and may have jewelry with these adorable bugs on them.
Really?
And the Pisces. What was that?
I don't know. It sounded like a bell.
It did. Pisces, yours is the dream catcher. The dream catcher hangs on the wall over the bed's headboard, and it helps bring in positive dreams and filter out the nightmares. Now that
Gotcha.
would actually help you a lot, a dream catcher.
It probably would. I mean, yeah.
And you know, if you're interested in knowing a little bit more about the dream catchers, of how they're made and stuff, I will not have a problem going and looking for a video of how they are made and posting it on our site if you want to make one. They actually, I believe...
I know you're into
really
that
good.
stuff. Yeah, you really do.
With my spiritual background, and not only that, my Indian, you know...
Indian background, yeah.
Indian background, my heritage, that dream catchers are amazing. I absolutely love dream catchers. So,
Hey, yeah.
Yeah? Yeah.
You have spoken about dream catchers for the past 80 years
Yeah.
at length. So
Yeah, I have. So, just a little bit news about the astronomical insights of what's coming next on them.
what's coming next on your show?
I am actually working on, like I said before, I'm working on different ways to read your, to read astrology.
Okay.
And next Tuesday, I believe we're back, right?
For NTR Daily?
Yes.
Yes, Tuesday, 11:35. Tonight was special.
Right.
We were going to have a guest, then we did not have a guest, and we had planned it around tomorrow's guest, which everybody knows is Mr. Dave Schrader from Darkness Radio. I know there's a lot of people excited about that.
Awesome show.
Cannot wait to talk to Mr. Dave there. But we were supposed to have a show tonight. The person was sick. Then they weren't sick, but we had already kind of planned everything in accordance with having Dave on the show. Making sure that was top notch, if you know what I mean. Mm-hmm. And with a last minute call, I think it was last night into this afternoon, it was like, well, hey, I can do 2 hours, and it's like, well, yeah, I kind of
already had
we'll talk about we'll talk about it later. Or something like that.
That's okay. I mean, we're looking on scheduling her and everything like that. But as I was saying, okay, so we're back next Tuesday with the NTR Daily.
That's correct,
And Astronomical Insights is going to hope to have a new way of actually being able to read your astrology reading chart, whatever.
You're going to have a new way for people to do this, you see?
Yeah, there's other ways to do it. And one that I've been looking into is a couple of them. It's called electoral.
Electoral? Like
electoral.
electing a president?
Yeah, like an election vote, yep, kind of type thing, electoral. And that's basically out there and made out to the fact that it helps you pick certain dates that are good for you.
Okay.
So weddings and stuff like that. If you want to pick a wedding date, that helps you. That
if I want to go job searching, then I would be able to find out what day
would be good for you.
Suits me better to do that.
Or if you have an interview, you'd be able to figure out maybe what day of the week or whatever the interview, what time helps you on that as well.
Okay,
so
gotcha.
That's kind of neat.
That's actually kind of neat.
So
that could be used by a multitude of people.
Right. And like I said, I am a human book when it comes to. I'm a sponge.
Human book,
sponge.
A human book of errors and misspellings.
When it comes to astrology.
No, you're super smart. Yeah, I mean, you really are when it comes to that stuff.
Research this stuff.
You blow my mind away. No, you really do.
So then, I'm actually looking into reading tea leaves too.
Tea leaves? Like, who does that? You know what I mean? Like, I've never, I won't say never, but I've heard of it, reading tea leaves, but I wouldn't know the first thing about what they tell you or how to do it or whatever have you. And you're looking into this stuff.
And there's a big, huge way of doing it. I mean, there's so many different segments that you have to do, different ways you have to do it perfectly. It tells exactly how each one of the after you read the tea leaves and stuff and you take the tea leaves out, and however the liquid that's left over from the tea or whatever. It'll sometimes form like an animal or a shape or something. It'll explain to you what that means too, according to your zodiac and everything as well.
So these aren't
really
dry tea leaves. You literally take them out
wet.
of the tea that
They're
you
wet.
had,
Yep.
and you take them.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep, it's wet. It's wet.
That's
Yep.
pretty crazy. Where did that come? Where did that whole thing start?
I
want to say India.
I
then.
believe it's Indian. Yeah.
Okay.
I believe it's India.
An
Yes.
Indian tradition.
Yes. So
Okay.
that's what's coming down the path there very shortly.
The pipeline that talks radio network pipeline, everybody.
So, but I think we are getting close to a break here. So let's see.
We got about 8 minutes till we're up against a break, my friend.
Okay, so let me just throw in a couple extra ones here real quick before we go into the history of the day. When we come back, we'll do the history of the day because that's kind of long this time.
Okay.
All right, so I decided to throw in a couple of simple things here. One, I wanted to tell a little bit about, besides the history of the day, I wanted to talk a little bit about some recipes that you can use for Thanksgiving leftovers.
Oh.
One of the recipes is very good.
Speaking of leftovers, after the show, I shall be diving into those. But go ahead.
All right, so you always have a lot of leftovers for Thanksgiving. You never know what to do with them.
I think we'll be good till Monday.
Meal with them, or what do you do? Well, you can do a turkey and cranberry quesadilla.
You know what? We never opened that cranberry. Is that correct?
No, that's correct.
So, I could literally do that tonight.
Yes,
okay.
Yes.
We have cheese.
Uh-huh.
Oh, man. I think I just... the very first one.
The second one is a leftover turkey and sweet potato shepherd's pie. And I will post these on our site.
Yeah.
I will post these actual recipes on our site.
At NTR Facebook?
Yes, our Facebook site, yeah.
And then, of course, don't forget the group. Because Twitter has booted us off. They booted us off a couple of weeks ago. But now that Elon...
Yeah, we should
I think that I can get it back now.
Yeah, you should be able to get everything back.
I mean, he told Trump, like, hey, man, you can back. Obviously, Trump has truth.com going, so he, you can't, so he's not going to switch back to Twitter, but...
Truth Social doesn't really do much, though. I mean, I've been on it.
Well, it's a platform.
Stuff, but
what it is
just a bunch of news. That's all it is.
I mean, that's what most things are nowadays is news. But what it is that you got to give it time to grow. Things like Truth.com or whatever have you. You got to give it a couple of years to build and get a following and things like that. Twitter just didn't become popular.
Right, true.
Facebook just didn't become popular.
True.
Because if you recall, 12, 14 years ago, people would have been like, what the fuck is Facebook?
Right.
I have MySpace. You know what I mean? So, just give it some time. Give it some time.
So here's another one. It's called turkey and cranberry barbecue sauce pizza.
Ooh, that might be good.
And then your turkey mushroom sauce, where you make mushroom sauce with your turkey, and then it goes over your mashed potatoes. Like, remember in school, have you ever had those in high school growing up, or even elementary school? We had those turkey tidbits or whatever, and gravy and stuff.
Do we have the capability to do that? As of this time, no.
Make that, or the pizza, or the shepherd's pie. We do have the
for the love of
that
Pete.
we can do. Another thing is that I wanted to throw in there real quick here is
what?
Some penny pinching ideas. And the reason I'm throwing this in as a new thing that we're going to try out is because, with the inflation, we're kind of going to need a lot of this. So
you think so?
Yes. So start saving.
There's some people out there that actually think it's going to get better.
Yeah, maybe
in the next couple of weeks.
All right. So number one, start saving on napkins by taking extra napkins when you go out to eat.
Okay.
Because they're also good for, when you go out to eat, you're also good to get extra crackers and stuff. So also save on the crackers as well.
All right, 10-4.
Okay. Collect water from the shower before it heats up. This way you can use it for washing your dishes. You could use it for watering your lawn. You could use this for watering your plants or anything like that, and it saves on water.
Okay.
Save on ketchup if those ketchup lovers are out there.
Never mind.
By simply just going out to eat or to a convenience store
ketchup.
and asking for extra packets of ketchup.
Very disgusting.
Now, if you go to the gym, you can save on hot water, by taking a shower on the days that you go to the gym.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Another interesting thing is, obviously, use coupons, everyone. Use coupons. Don't be afraid to use coupons. I remember when I was at the grocery store, and I worked at the grocery store here, going through high school.
Yeah.
I absolutely hated it when people came up with big, huge stacks of coupons and everything like that.
That's a lot of shit that you gotta do.
But now, that little bit of time cutting out the coupons and everything like that.
Yeah.
It'll save you a lot in the long run.
It does.
So,
I've started
use coupons.
We watch those shows. I can't believe that people had bills of like $1,000 and they got it down to like what, $5 and stuff like that. Like I still have trouble believing that.
Right.
Is that actually true? I mean,
they can also get it down to, like, my cousin gets it down to the point where the store actually pays her money back.
That's that's pretty amazing. I don't know what to say about that.
And another thing is get free gas, and here's how you do it. Go to gasbuddy.com. Okay.
Gasbuddy.com.
Like,
hey, pal.
Put that app on your phone if they have an app, and find the lowest price stores around you.
Okay.
That offer gas. Okay, at the lowest price.
Okay.
And most of them will have a loyalty card. Sign up for that loyalty card. Every time you pump gas, you get reward points. Use those reward points later on to get free gas.
Really?
Yes.
All right.
So that is one other thing that I added, and then I added one more thing here. I'll go ahead and...
What's that?
Well, hold on here. I gotta find my mouse here. This is interesting. Okay, so this is everyday household hacks.
Okay.
Did you know that ground coffee, if you mix it with dish soap and boiling water, it unclogs drains?
No.
Yeah. So
I did not know that.
For that, and coffee can also be used as a degreaser.
Really?
If you use your leftover coffee grounds and soap, you can mix it together as a degreaser.
I mean, look at all this amazing stuff you're coming up with. You can
clean your oven with it and everything like that. So that eliminates you actually going out to buy oven cleaner,
Wow.
Here's another thing is, use lemon essential oils to polish your furniture.
Okay.
Tea tree oil also can work. Another thing about tea tree oil is it works as a bug repellent.
Don't put it in your hair, though.
Yeah, you put it in your hair, you get a mess.
Radiation sickness.
Anyone wonder what it's like to have hot wax on your furniture or on your rugs and everything like that? It's horrible.
Me off.
Here's one thing that you can do to get it off the furniture.
What's that?
Fill the plastic bag with ice cubes. You want to, if it's hot right away, you want to actually cool it off real quick, and then you should be able to peel it right away.
Okay.
Another thing is, if wax is spilt on the carpet, no problem. You place a paper bag over it, use a steam iron, and the steam lifts it right up.
Really?
Yep. How about those kids who color on the walls?
What about them? Whose kids?
Well, some of it's our kids, too.
It's our child.
Well, no problem. Just take out a hairdryer. Put a hairdryer right on it. What it does is it softens the wax of the coloring.
The crayon?
The crayon, and you wipe it right off.
Well, that makes sense, yeah. What if they use a permanent marker?
Well, they use a permanent marker. You might be able to use Mr. Clean's magic eraser.
Deposit goes bye-bye.
Yeah, maybe so. And last one is use a towel wrapped in a tong, okay? To
a what?
Clean. So you take a tongs,
Oh, tongs.
A kitchen tongs, wrap it in a towel, and it helps clean your blinds, your window blinds.
That's some pretty amazing stuff. I mean, the last one for us, unfortunately, won't work because as soon as you touch the blinds, they break instantly and fall down.
They do fall down. Yeah, they do fall down.
I don't even know how I have it looking like there's nothing broken on it, but yeah.
Yeah, so those are the 3 things that I added as well after Astronomical Insights, and then we'll come back, I believe, after break here and go on to the history of the day and the news.
That's correct. We're going to take a break real quick. When we come back, we'll have history of the day, we'll have some sports for you, and much, much more. The 40th episode, NTR Daily. We'll be right back. Hey everybody, this is Daniel Brewer live with you, host of Night Talks Radio and NTR Daily. I hope you're enjoying our broadcast tonight, but I got a few things I need to tell you. Folks, if you got a single patriotic bone in your body, you absolutely need to check out our conservative buddies at patriotshit.com. That's right. I said patriotshit.com. Patriot Shit Outfitters have a wide range of high-quality American-made products. None of that communist Chinese crap. Patriot Shit Outfitters have awesome, high-quality patriotic patches, as well as super patriotic gun holsters. Even for those of us who have the Glock 19X. Customizable, you say? That's no problem at patriotshit.com. Say you want your specific constitutional rights, or even the Bill of Rights, customized on your gun holster. patriotshit.com can do it. Mega fan? Trump just announced his 2024 presidential bid. If you want to show your support, Patriot Shit Outfitters can do that for you. By customizing your gun holster with, say, Trump 2024. But that's just the tip of the iceberg, folks. Patriot Shit Outfitters have patriotic flags. How about a little Don't Tread on Me and much, much more? They also have the Incredible Sharpie. The Incredible Sharpie is simply amazing. Say you're trapped in floodwaters or go off a bridge into the water and your car is sinking. Just break out the Incredible Sharpie and slam it to the window. That window will break. You'll be able to sneak free and swim to get that life-saving air. On top of that, people around you in public won't even know that you have a weapon on you. So, since Biden told the left to attack any Republicans or conservatives, they won't have a clue. Oh yeah, and for those patches that I spoke about earlier, you gotta have a place to put them, right? PatriotShit.com has adjustable mission caps with loop area for morale patches. Not to mention shirts as well. Also, multi-purpose bug-out bags, along with multi-purpose backpacks. Need some stuffing stockers for Christmas? Why don't you get the family a few bracelets? Bracelets that say, "Fuck Biden." The perfect family Christmas gift. And of course, PatriotShit.com works exclusively with Glock. Also, for law enforcement, they have handcuffs. And those few items that I just mentioned are simply just the beginning. So get up, get off the couch, head to your computer, and type in PatriotShit.com. Purchase everything that you need, and then at checkout, type in the code REDWAVE24 for 10% off orders over $10 or more. Again, that's REDWAVE24 for 10% off $10 or more in purchases. On behalf of Patriot Shit Outfitters, this is Daniel Brewer from Night Talks Radio. Go get conservative.
Sister Christian, oh, the time has come, and you know that you're the only one to say, okay, where you going, what you looking for, you know those boys don't wanna play no more with you, it's true. Motor okay. But you're motoring, yeah, drive a million miles to be with you tonight. So if you're feeling love, turn up your radio. The words we use are strong, they make reality. But now the music's on, well baby dance with me. Yeah. In the world tonight.
Streaming to you live from Spreaker.com and somewhere deep in the great upper Midwest. If you're ready for a ride, you can call NTR anytime by dialing the nationwide caller line at 1-507-384-9390. First-time callers can reach Night Talks Radio at 1-507-307-4424. Text Daniel and NTR exclusively at 1-218-689-7126. Now, from somewhere in the great upper Midwest, here's your hosts, Daniel Brewer and Jennifer Gregerson.
We are definitely wing chugging it tonight, folks. Our 40th episode, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, Saturday, November 26th. Me, your host, Daniel Brewer, co-host, Jennifer Gregerson. Let's kick hour two off with a little bit of history, y'all.
Yes, here is the history of the day for November 26th.
Yay!
All right, so in 1789, U.S. President Washington set aside this day to observe the adoption of the Constitution of the United States.
Very, very good. The Constitution is a very good thing. Thank you, sir.
Yes, very good, very good. So in 1832, the public streetcar service began in New York City. Yeah. In 1867, J.B. Sutherland patented the refrigerated railroad car.
Don't say railroad around me.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Okay, go ahead.
That's a bad word, huh? In 1941...
Yeah, rail and road. Just don't.
In 1941, the U.S. President Franklin D. Roosevelt signed a bill establishing the fourth Thursday in November as Thanksgiving Day instead of the third one. At first it was the third one.
Trickery.
Mm-hmm. In 1942, the United States President Franklin D. Roosevelt ordered the nationwide gasoline rationing to begin December 1st. What are we kind of going into
That's
right
cool.
now?
At least he rationed it. He didn't
Yeah.
just give it away. Like, hey,
Right?
who's our best enemy? Here, have it.
Exactly.
Take all of it.
So in 1943, the HMS Rona became the first ship to the first
virus?
ship to be sunk by guided German missiles. The attack was led to the death of 1,015 United States troops.
Jesus.
In 1950, China entered the Korean conflict, forcing UN to retreat.
UN forces to retreat.
Yep.
That's right.
In 1983, did you remember this one? The Brinks Matt Ltd vault in London at the airport was robbed by gunmen who left with 6,800 gold bars totaling $40 million.
Ooh, where are they today? Did they get caught?
Only a fraction was recovered and only 2 men were ever convicted.
And how many were there? How many guys did that?
It didn't really say. It was just a big group of guys.
Man, there's a couple dudes that are like...
And
living the life right now.
Only a fraction of it.
Man. Man. Can you imagine? So, how much was it? $40 million then?
$40 million.
I wonder what it'd be worth
1983.
now. Just,
well, you got to think about it.
They are set.
About 20 years later, they'd be set pretty good.
Man.
All right, so in 1995, 2 men set fire to a subway token booth in Brooklyn of New York City.
Yeah, token booths, fuck them.
And the clerk was fatally burned.
Oh, well, not cool. I know there's a clerk in there.
Yeah.
Hello, New York.
Tina Turner was born in 1936 in Nutbush, Tennessee. Nutbush, Tennessee. Seriously, that's what it's called.
Please. Tina Turner.
Tina Turner
was born in Nutbush, Tennessee,
yes,
yo.
Yes. All right, so in 1959,
I just can't get out of my mind like early 1970s porn.
Jesus.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. All right, so your 1959 fashion is a dramatic shape dress for $10.98. The
dramatic shape dress. What do you mean by dramatic shape?
That's what it was called, and I'm assuming they called it dramatic shape dress because it was one of those dresses that kind of shaped to your body back then.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So that was kind of risque then.
Yeah. So the elongated shirtwaist dress for $7.98. The empire waist dress for $7.98.
Gotcha.
The bell-shaped skirt dress.
I'm assuming these are all for women as well.
Yes, but there are some for men too, so just hold on. The blossoming silhouette dress for $7.98. The blue and white striped dress for $12.98. The bold plaid dress for $7.98, which I would wear. And the cabana set for the guys for $4.80. The colored striped pants for the women for $2.98. And the cotton car coat for $29.98 for the women. As for the
gentlemen,
no, not yet. Nope. Also the 1950s fashion, the flared lines
girls
for $25. The formal dresses. Now, girls, listen to this. Formal dresses were $15.98. What are they right now? About 300, 400?
To like 17.
Men's
45% discount at Old Navy.
Men's button-up shirts for $2.89.
Wow.
The men's sweater shirt was $5.77.
Wow. Today it's more like $577.
The Gucci shirt style, the Gucci with the one
gaucho
shirt style.
Yeah, gaucho.
For $2.98. The sports coat and slacks for $19.95.
Oh man, that was absolutely the look.
What about the double collar motorcycle jacket?
Yeah.
The leather jacket for $33.95.
Yeah, you're
the
pretty bad.
The organza dress for the women was $22.98, and then our rose pattern halter dress was $7.98.
Man, everything sounded so hip.
Yeah, it did. You know, they put weird names out there to make them sound more inviting.
It did. And like I'm intrigued. Like
rose pattern halter dress.
Like that sport coat and like slacks. Like I would totally you would see me wearing that. Yeah, walking down the street just with that, that look of confidence.
Are you serious? Because I could go buy you some like right now, just across the street here.
Yeah, hey, go for it. And then give me like those Top Gun sunglasses.
Top Gun sunglasses.
Yeah,
what about those pinstriped suits that they had? Do you want a pinstripe suit?
Yeah, that would be cool too. Like 50s to like 70s style.
With the cool shoes that were black and white.
Well, yeah. Cool, one thing I do want is
saddle shoes or something like that.
Something like that. But the one thing I want though is like
I want a poodle skirt.
The biggest that would be cool.
Yeah.
No, I want the biggest possible bell bottoms too.
Well, we'll have to go over to the rights here and see what they have. I'm sure they have a lot of
people will know what I'm all about when I'm walking down the street.
Heck yeah, we'll style you really good.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so Daniel, this is your part.
Oh, my part. So I'm assuming that would be sports. Okay, so in 1917, NHL forms. You should have put the...
Well, whatever.
The National Hockey League forms with the Montreal Canadiens, the Montreal Maroons, of course, Toronto Arenas, Ottawa Senators, the first Ottawa Senators, of course, the Quebec Bulldogs, National Hockey Association disbands. Okay, so that was 1917.
Or can you explain that one?
No, the National Hockey League Association was sort of like the NHL before the NHL essentially took over. And then, of course, in 1918, you had the big Spanish flu, which canceled that second NHL season. But 1955, let's see, 20th Iron Bowl. 1955. Auburn beats Alabama 26-0 in Birmingham.
Yeah.
You wouldn't see that much nowadays.
Nope.
Okay, so 1956. Okay, Egil Danielson of Norway sets new world record throw of 85.71 meters to win the men's javelin gold medal at the Melbourne Olympics.
Yep.
Now that took place in Australia. Possibly. Is that true?
I'm not sure on that one. I didn't follow.
Oh yes, that would be that. No, that would be the summer games. So yes,
8 years ago, I think is when I started following the Olympics.
I don't know why. I saw Norway and I instantly thought of winter.
When I started going with you is when I started following the Olympics. Otherwise, I didn't really follow them.
The Olympics are pretty cool. 1960, a little closer to home. Minneapolis St. Paul Baseball Club takes the name Twins, and that's how we got the Twin Cities, folks.
And that's how we got the Minnesota Twins, too, isn't
it? That's what you have written down, yep.
Yes.
So, good job on repeating yourself.
Good job. Woohoo!
Okay, so...
I was just making sure I'm
that was
alert.
accurate. That was accurate, yes.
Okay.
1963, the Cincinnati second baseman... I would assume you're talking about the Cincinnati Reds.
Yes.
Second baseman everyone knows, of course, Pete Rose wins the National League Rookie of the Year. 1975, Boston Red Sox center fielder Fred Lloyd becomes the first...
Fred Lynn.
Fred Lynn, I'm sorry. Wow, I didn't. It was the computer was an awkward style. I can't even read when you write on a computer. Let's put it that way. Becomes the first rookie ever to be named American League MVP. All right, good to know. 1982, Clyde King is named. I'm assuming the New York Yankees manager.
Yes.
Is that what that is?
Yes, that is.
All right, that is information that you can use, folks. 1984, after 518 goals, 14 years with the Montreal Habs, Guy Lafleur retires abruptly. So there you go. That is the sports history.
Now let's go on with the ongoing sports.
And ongoing, really quick, I just want to bring my 2 cents into this whole thing because, of course, there's going to be plenty of 2 cents flying about the next couple of weeks.
2 cents. How about that Michigan game?
Yeah, we're not even going to discuss that. But here we go.
Hold on 1 second. That last touchdown that they made of that day and everything that Michigan won or before or whatever,
that
when
was,
they were stuck
that was today.
When they were stuck at the 5-yard line or whatever, they were 1 yard away from making the first down. They automatically got the first down. What happened there?
Oh, yeah, that was a miscue on the ref's behalf. That had nothing to do. But there was a lot of penalties in that game that just seemed to... It had a sense the game was being played in Ann Arbor and not the Horseshoe.
Yeah,
but, we could go on talking for days about that.
They were delaying the game back then and everything like that just so they could get a touchdown.
What is done is done, but, of course, we know what would happen in the college football playoff. But the early rankings for me after today's outcomes, which a majority were quite crazy, but I'm still going to have Georgia at number 1. Here you go. Let's listen to the Michigan fans blow up now. I'm giving TCU and the Horned Frogs a number 2, okay, for the college football playoff because they swamped their opponent. Michigan didn't come to life really until about, halftime, I would say. Again. So, and they've had a lot of instances this year. Indiana.
Ohio State is still in it, huh?
Illinois, 1917 finish. So I'll keep Michigan at number 3. To me, they didn't prove anything again. They do have that Edwards though. He's a pretty interesting little guy. Sure, they still they I hate to say this, of course, I bleed green and white, but they have a team and they have a team that can win. But of course, you haven't played anybody truly relevant besides the Ohio State Buckeyes. Maybe you can consider Penn State.
Well, what are we thinking about
and that,
hold on 1 second here. What are you thinking about your Michigan Spartans? What happened to them this year?
Michigan State Spartans.
Michigan State Spartans. I'm so sorry.
This year was the past 2 years, 3 years have been rebuilding, honestly, under Tucker. But this is the last year of any type of recruits coming in from D'Antonio's era. So next year, watch out for Sparty. I've been saying it plenty of times. We'll have Tucker's first recruits for even 5-star recruits. So
there you go.
There could be
a
different
down.
twist in the next couple of years. But to round up the college football playoff, number 4, I have a tie. I'm going to right now give it to Ohio State. But it also could be USC. Okay,
Ohio State didn't do so good. It's like they didn't come and play today.
That's what I'm saying. I think Ohio State finally had one of their bad days. And Michigan does take advantage as soon as they find an opening of sorts.
Yeah.
And they exposed Ohio State's bad day.
Yeah, but what about all those calls? Those were ridiculous.
Some of the calls were ridiculous, but so I'm keeping Ohio State at number 4 because they still, say if they met Michigan in the college football playoff, which at this point wouldn't happen, in the first round, but the semis. But if they did, I still have a feeling that Ohio State would just whoop their ass at that point. Ohio State on the big stage, who's been there plenty of times. I don't see them losing like that on a big stage. But USC right there behind Ohio State at number 5 could slip in there.
Yeah.
Could slip in as a Pac-12 team. So that one we'll see. Will Ohio State make the college football playoff? I don't know. I'm not one of the people that pick that out, but USC could slip in there, and so it would be USC and Georgia. TCU, who of course I have over Michigan, would play Michigan in the semis, and again, TCU, solid team. I think they got into the 60s scoring-wise today.
So who took the Rose Bowl?
Who took the Rose Bowl? Nobody's taken the Rose Bowl yet.
Who's playing the Rose Bowl?
That has not been determined yet.
Oh, okay.
That is actually going to be a college football playoff semifinal site, I do believe. Okay. So, as you know, they rotate each and every year.
Oh, wow.
But there you go. There's my thoughts, and I'm sticking to it. Go ahead, Jennifer.
All right, so I'm just going to touch base a little bit on the movie releases for the end of November. Bones and All came out. It is coming out. It's it's a romantic horror film, and it's rated R, and it's got Taylor Russell in it. Devotion, which is rated PG-13. It's got Glenn Powell, Jonathan Majors in it. It's an inspirational story of Jesse Brown, the first black avatar to make it in the U.S. Navy during the Korean War. The Fabelmans is directed by Steven Spielberg, and it is a drama and coming-of-age story. The Glass Onion, a Knives Out mystery, limited theatrical release, is rated PG-13. It's got Daniel Craig, Dave Bautista, and it's a mystery/crime movie. And then The Strange World, which is rated PG, and it's got Jake.
No, Disney.
Gyllenhaal.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
And it's a Walt Disney movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
So no.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Yeah. Right. So those are the movie releases for the end of November.
The only one out of those that I would actually give a shit about is nothing.
Oh, nothing.
Yeah, there's nothing there.
Not even the movie Steven Spielberg one?
No, absolutely not. I mean, the only and this of course is coming. I was big time in the movies forever. Like I wanted to own a movie theater. I was a projectionist back when they had projectionists a long time ago.
Right. Now they don't even have that kind of thing.
It's just direct from the satellite, 4K, 8K, whatever, man. You just push a button. They don't even have projectionists anymore, really. We even had a union. That's how big projectionists were, man. Don't fuck with us,
Right.
No, yeah, I wanted to own a chain of movie theaters, man. But the movie that, as of right now, I'm still sticking to it, is I'm waiting for A Quiet Place 3.
Ah, yes.
And that looks like it is still on pace for a fall or maybe winter 2023-24 release.
I see.
We'll see about that. But yeah, out of anything that would be coming up, that's really it. That's about the only one. And then, I take that back. Of course, the next Scream, which is just about to wrap.
I can't believe they're having another Scream.
Well.
What are you gonna do there? I mean, wow.
The thing is that, like, okay, I get Wes Craven. I understand. He was very clever. I mean, that's why they nicknamed him, the master of horror. You know, he knew how to do things right. Kevin Williamson as well, and everything. they make fun of themselves in the movies. They make fun of themselves in real life, and they make fun of the horror genre. Except it's real horror. You're in this just chaotic world of what's what and this and that, and it's horror.
Yeah,
but it's mocking horror.
Well, I'm still waiting to see the movie Fall.
Fall looks pretty interesting. I do want to see that actually. We'll probably see that on the 30th.
Stephen King actually said that he wished that he would have came up with that concept.
Yeah, and people that are afraid of heights, like, don't fucking watch this movie. Like, I'm worried about watching this movie. But no, last thing I wanted to get on about Scream is that now, just like Jamie Kennedy said, in part, you have to have generations of generations. This is the new generation.
Yep.
Very similar. It's called a reboot. Plenty of people know what that means out there. They're rebooting the series. Okay, they're slowly interjecting new people. Dewey got killed, which I still can't believe. No. I knew something like that was coming. But now Woodsboro is out of the picture, and it's going to the Big Apple.
Yeah,
so
I know.
We're going to see what happens. The only one that's truly left in this scenario is the girl from Friends. You know who I'm talking about.
Jennifer Aniston?
No, from the movie. No, the reporter.
Yeah,
I'm talking. I can't. Her name slips my mind right now, and I totally freaking know it. But she takes a job in New York as like a lead anchor of some news channel or something like that. News show. Gail Weathers is her movie name. Yes, of course.
I can't remember what her other name is.
Courtney Cox.
Courtney Cox. There you go.
That's it. But so we're moving out of Woodsboro now. There's multiple possibilities here.
Well, she can't say there's nothing in Woodsboro.
It's all done. It's all done.
It's over with, and everything like that. It's old.
So now we're gonna see. Now there's a whole new world of possibilities opened up.
It probably starts in her news anchor studio, I suppose, something like that.
Who knows? But that is wrapping up filming coming up within the next couple of months. To tell you the truth, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I know she was having some financial issues with the contract for this essentially Scream 2.
Yeah.
And as a matter of fact, I don't even know the title. It's just Scream. It's almost like, are they just going to name them Scream now? Because I have not heard a word on the actual title besides being Scream again and clumping it all into one. It's Scream.
Who knows?
You know what I mean? Like, which is unique and different. There's never been a horror movie where you just say one thing and be like, oh yeah, I know that movie.
Yeah.
Scream, you could say Scream and be like, I know Scream 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Right.
The Scream movies.
Yep.
Scream.
Yep.
So are they going to continue with that?
Yeah.
You don't know, but they've been shooting in Montreal. They had on site in New York City. Yep, they were in Montreal in a subway.
Huh.
They were closed. There was places that were closed off. People took pictures. That was a little while ago. That's HelloSydney.com. Giving a shout out there to those folks. I love that little chat site and information site. But so we'll find out. That wraps up here, like I said, in a couple months. Due out, I want to say April of next year.
Huh.
Not sure.
We will definitely have to go ahead and follow that.
Absolutely.
All right, so here is the local weather for, this will carry us through Tuesday.
75 and sunny.
I wish. All right, so today in Red Lake County and the surrounding areas, you will see a high of 38. Perfect weather for sledding, skating, and even building a snowman, don't you think?
Building a snowman?
Building a snowman. I mean, we still got snow on the ground, and stuff, and you really don't want to go out there at like 30 below outside and try and build a snowman. It's just not going to work.
That's very true.
So tonight has a low of 18, which is just right to go and snuggle up with your loved one and have some hot chocolate. On Sunday, you will have a high of 29 and a low of 24. Monday will be a high of 32 and a low of 13 with possible snow for the start of the work week. Tuesday is a high of 22 and a low of 12. For the regional weather, which is heading further south into Minneapolis, tonight we are having a heat wave. A tropical heat wave. We're having a heat wave. No, I'm sorry. Okay, anyway. Perfect shorts weather for Minnesota. High of 54 and a low of 30. We don't really see that in, what are we, like November, almost December? That's a pretty interesting high there. Tomorrow you have a high of 36 and a low of 26. Monday will be a high of 43 and a low of 30. And Tuesday you will have a high of 33 and a low of 19 with possible snow. Of course, Monday's snow from northern Minnesota is going to come into southern Minnesota on Tuesday.
Which we don't care about in the south.
No, not
Minnesota. They can take all the frickin' snow and ice all day because we all know the cities.
Well, New York isn't taking it very good. New York was like, what are they, like, calling for emergency action and everything like that because they can't take the weather. I mean,
what did the left do?
Yeah.
Whine, bitch.
Yep.
Yeah, now it's about the weather. Who knows what it's going to be about next, I know.
Well, here's your local news for the night.
Local. Local. So that covers what? Red Lake Falls, Thief River,
Red Lake Falls,
Crookston,
and the surrounding areas. Thief River, Crookston, Warren,
Grand Spoons.
El Dorado.
Okay.
All right. So, work on line 13. The pipeline is beginning. All right. So the construction crews and materials have been seen near the Enbridge pipeline location south of Thief River Falls.
Well, guess what?
All right.
They won't be getting those pipes.
But, no, here's the thing is, they've already laid the pipeline and everything like that, but here's the thing is, Enbridge explained that
there's probably more pipe.
The original installation line of 13 and the flow of the river and how it's changed its course reduce the depth of covering over the pipeline. All right, so now what their plan is to do is they have plans to go and use sandbags and rocks for reinforcement of the depth cover over the pipeline itself.
I understand that.
So,
I mean, they are going to have more pipeline, though. Okay.
They are going to have, but I think they did all their laying last year when we had that big huge Black Lives Matters and protesting and everything.
Yeah, ridiculous shit. But no, because I mean the pipeline is not just local; it's going to hold further.
Right,
and
but
the way you get those
this area here.
Right, I know you're talking. I know it's local news, but I was going to say there's still going to be problems with the project because. Guess who brings all those pipes in? It's the railroad, and the railroad is indefinitely going to be shutting down, and they're pretty damn serious about it this time. They're tired of being shoved around, and I completely understand. Being a conductor for so long, I know what's been done to some of these engineers and certified conductors like myself. And it's just not going to work out. And unfortunately, the CEOs and even Biden himself tried to force a contract down the employees' throats, the railroaders. That was absolutely insane.
Right,
so,
and that's interesting that you say that because in the national news, I have where Biden is talking a little bit about how they're into talks again with the railroad
they are not, but we'll talk about that in a minute.
So, boardings.
What?
Okay, boardings. Sorry, boardings. Boardings at the Thief River Falls Regional Airport.
Oh, boardings, like boarding a plane?
Yep. They're coming close to a very important goal.
What's that?
Joe Hedrick, the airport manager, okay,
Okay.
said that if the airport reaches 1,367 more boardings, it would bring it to an 8,000 boardings in 1 year.
Okay.
This would mean that its federal entitlements would increase from $160,000 per year to $800,000.
Wow. So we could be looking at Thief River Airport turning into like a major regional.
Well, I know. Brian Homer was talking about how they're going to.
Brian, we got to get him on the show, by the way.
Yes, we do. He was talking about how
He
they're
was supposed
going
to be.
Expand the runway.
Yeah, I was thinking that because
So,
then you could
yeah.
get smaller commuter flights from like the cities and Grand Forks and things like that.
Right, so they're
and
working on
Fargo.
grants to do that.
You know, I wish I've never looked at an overlay of Thief River Airport. Did they just have one runway, main runway, or do
Yes.
they have two?
Nope, they just have that one main runway.
You know, it'd
But
be
you know
nice
how
for
they
them
have
to
all that
expand
land
it to
behind
have.
it too. They have all that
Yeah,
land behind it, and they have a little bit more land in front of it. So they could expand it more.
you know, if you know, get a nice sufficient, because that's a significant increase.
Yeah, that
In
is.
money, redo the runway that you have there now.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying that you're going to, but just in case, remake the one now.
Yeah.
So it has the capability of, say, being able to land a 777.
Well, see,
or
here's-
something along
here's the
those
thing is
lines,
when
okay?
when they did the airport was only for shipping purposes.
Oh yes, I know all about that.
Where
Yeah.
UPS, FedEx,
Right,
all
of course.
them were just shipping in and out. That's
Well,
it.
they have the planes
Then
there.
it
That, you know,
became
you can see that.
business after DigiKey and Arctic started getting bigger.
Correct.
It became more of a business.
People flew
layout,
in
too.
and things
People
like that.
flew in. And then
Commuter jets.
you have not only that. You have, I think it's called Falls Travel. I'm not sure. I might
Yeah,
be wrong on the
yeah,
name, but anyways,
yeah.
the travel agency came, and then people started booking trips.
Right.
And that's where
And
it
there
started.
is-
and we did, I think 2 years ago, wasn't it? We did get a new airline or whatever out
It's
of
a
Minneapolis or something.
a smaller commuter service. Yes, I mean we got a long way to go, but if we show, you know, that we're serious about this type of stuff,
Yeah.
Thief River Falls in the area. I mean, it's not bad. It would be a nice place to visit for a vacation for a couple of days in the summer, even the winter. You know, and do what you need to do for those seasons. But
well, you know, here's another
Wait,
thing
well-
of how they can grow. You know, they can grow now because
well, yeah, that's what I was trying to hit on real quick, is that make that first runway,
Mm-hmm.
if you were to get that allotment of money, make that first runway capable of landing like a 777 Dreamliner, okay? Then make the second runway capable for your standard commuter puddle jumpers, they
Yeah,
call them,
yeah.
okay? Which are, you got your twin engines on the tail. You know, I'm sorry, names get away from me right now, but those type of planes,
Yeah,
and
that's
then
Cessnas.
get no, not Cessnas. I'm talking passenger jets.
Oh.
You know, when you pass the airport itself, the
Yeah.
exit and entrance. Just within the security perimeter there, you see those two older jets.
Yeah.
So one's a DC-10, FedEx, and then there's another one that looked to be like an old Delta. That is a puddle jumper.
okay.
Okay? So I have one runway that would be used mainly for puddle jumpers, going from the cities to Winnipeg or Calgary or something. Make Thief River Falls a hub for that, and then have that runway for bigger events,
Right.
and things. Okay. You know, we have the Wee Fest. We have Kickin' Up Country.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that come out for that.
Yeah.
You want to make more money for the region, the county, the area. Allow, 737s, 777s every once in a while to come in and land for these events.
Right.
Okay, what I would do is expand the parking, boarding area, okay, boarding, ND boarding areas.
I think it all is like, because it's all farmland. They have a hard time. They have to make all these arrangements with farmers too to give up.
Right.
Land
Well, they still have
so
land.
I
I see the land that they have that they could be utilizing. But what I'm saying is that will bring a lot more money than you think.
Oh yeah.
And then negotiate as well already in the property like a hotel.
Yeah, well, Brian.
Get a nice hotel there. Get like a B-dubs.
Yeah,
or
Brian
something.
said that he did have some things in play, so
I
we'll
hope
see
so.
What he has in play for us.
And then I'll even go as far as to say this: get a service like a commuter service to the cities. Well, not the cities, but Thief River Falls. Mm-hmm. Back and forth from the airport or wherever you need to go. Red Lake Falls, Crookston, this and that.
Well, they do have rental car. They do have a small little rental car area right there.
Or get a shuttle, like a shuttle sort of situation.
Right.
There's a lot I would like. That's why I wanted him on the show.
Or the bus, the Crookston bus, the Thief River Falls bus could be doing that too.
Make the bus a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
Like the bus is a whole other subject that I'd love to talk about with him.
And we are going to have him on the show soon.
We are. I know that he's quite busy now, unfortunately. We almost had him on the show, but because of the old studio equipment, things got fucked. But we do plan to have him on the show, and we're going to talk a lot about regional issues, local issues. I can imagine me and Mr. Homer could banter for hours.
Oh, I'm sure
about this type of stuff. So
he says there are codes and everything too that he has to follow and other things.
Well, of course, I know about that. But
so it's kind of a lot of red tape and everything.
It is. Yeah. But you talk about enough. And then of course the city, everybody knows, is over 10,000 people now. Well over 10,000 people. So you're no longer a village. There is more money coming in but this is all stuff I'd love to talk to Brian about, and so we will have him on the show. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, that's all right. So over $20 million in funding for small cities, townships, and countries has been awarded last week. All right, so Thief River Falls is getting over $500,000 towards rental units, so that's going to also help in the growing area as well and help for the future. Falls Cinema in Thief River Falls has a Ticket Paradise and the Black Panther now playing. The showtimes are Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. and 7 p.m. Saturday and Sunday, 1, 4, and 7 p.m. Don't forget Thursday night, date night with dinner and a movie for $28.50. I do believe, I'm not quite 100% sure, but I think the Hive actually provides the food for the dinner and the movie. Thief River Falls man injured after a stolen vehicle crashes.
Jeez, Thief River, come on.
Kyle Allen Larson, 38, was taken to Sanford Hospital in Fargo, North Dakota after suffering life-threatening injuries. At the time of the accident last week, Kyle was driving a stolen 2013 Dodge Caravan.
Jeez, what a horrible choice, too. Like, something a little bit better.
The van went off the snowy, icy highway of 59 in rural Polk County. The vehicle then went into the ditch and rolled several times until landing on the roof. According to the police report, Mr. Larson was not wearing a seatbelt, and there was no alcohol related to the crash as well.
Wow, so he was just a complete dumbass.
Investigations are still underway to why Kyle took the vehicle, and his condition has not yet been released.
Sounds like a bit of maybe mental issues, perhaps.
Well, yeah.
If there was no alcohol involved, because you'd have to have mental issues to pull some stunt like that.
Possibly. Who knows? Maybe he was trying to get somewhere. I don't know.
More and more of that is happening in the region, unfortunately. Acts of stupid.
Acts so stupid. Alright, so for the regional news, more than 100 geese and 25 ducks are found dead on a Minnesota lake.
What's up with that?
So over 100 Canadian geese and mallards are found dead in Waseca.
Waseca. I trained
Minnesota, on
for
Loon,
the
Loon
railroad.
Loon Lake. The DNR collected samples, and the results are still pending. But area wildlife managers suspect the disease caused the
coronavirus.
Suspected a disease caused the birds to die. No, they're thinking it's the avian bird flu.
Oh boy!
Even though the cause is still unknown, DNR officials are recommending anyone who has domestic birds to avoid the area and the public as well.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Sure. They need time to figure out the most scariest possible scenario.
Maybe another pandemic coming our way, right?
Yeah, coming from the birds. So.
All right, so the national news. Here we go. So Ukrainian flags are flying all over the state of Maine.
Awesome.
So it looks like Night Talks Radio is not only the one displaying the Ukraine flag.
Plenty of people are.
Which everyone who drives by recognizes us because
we are known for the Ukrainian flag. Yes, that is correct.
But Waldoboro.
Say what? Who?
Waldoboro.
Waldoboro. Maine. Waldoboro.
Maine has a new color scheme and window display going around this. It's an eastern coastal,
Oh, of course, yeah.
Yeah. So the town, Elaine and Ralph Johnston, the hardware store, has been selling the Ukraine flags for $15.99.
That's awesome.
The flag's widespread presence shows a kind of solidarity.
Yes, absolutely.
So,
that's exactly how I feel. There's multiple reasons why we have the flag up. Of course, we have very good friends in southern Moscow,
right?
Who in turn have family and friends who live in the Ukraine. When the Cold War ended and the wall came down, they were split up. It became Ukraine, and then you had Russia. But you were free to go back and forth and this and that. And now you're seeing so many people defecting and leaving Russia now because they don't want to kill their own.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing. Mm-hmm. And, Zelensky is making that very clear. The Russian government, Russian propaganda, not the Russian people. No. I'll say it 1,000 times over every fucking day until every single American understands that. Not the Russian people, but the corrupt Russian government and military are doing this. And now mercenaries.
Yeah, mercenaries.
That I'm sure you have down for the news later on. We'll talk about. But mercenaries now doing things.
Yep.
Just a baffling situation that every single day there's something new that pops up. But Zelensky's correct almost on everything. And no, Zelensky did not call for nuclear weapons to be used.
No.
So
according to Mr. Johnston, the people over there are doing a good job fighting for their land and their survival, he says.
That's right.
And we in Maine really like that. Okay? Mm-hmm. He then added that we sell the flags to people who feel the same way we do.
That's right. It's become more of a symbol now. Mm-hmm. I've noticed if you go on Amazon or eBay or just looking for shirts in general, you will find Zelensky at one point wore a shirt that said, "I'm Ukrainian." And by golly, if this year the highest selling shirt has been "I'm Ukrainian" on it around the world.
Wow.
It is. And then, of course, his military sort of jacket. Mm-hmm. That was very high selling around the world as well. And just what they're doing. It's very inspiring. Mm-hmm. Of course, we can go back to when he says, "I don't, I don't need a ride. I need ammo and things like that." It's. I don't know. It's like a movie. He says all the right things at the right time.
Yep.
What's happening now, he's proven that he is a wonderful leader.
Oh, yes.
He's like a Ronald Reagan because he was in film Before then.
Right.
And, I mean, so look at that. And Ronald Reagan, one of our greatest presidents ever.
Yep.
And here you go. You
Yep.
have Zelensky, who was an actor.
Right.
And he won the popular vote, became president, and now he's single-handedly taking on Putin and winning right now.
Yep.
Forcing Putin's hand to, use of tactical nuclear weapons.
Yeah, well, we don't want to get to that route neither. But
Yeah, it's just...
according to the family of Miss Johnston, the hardware store owner, they came to the United States from Finland, which was invaded by the Soviet Union in World War II.
That's correct, yes.
Miss Johnston's grandmother arrived in Maine as a little girl, so she added that we know how it feels for the Ukrainians with Putin acting like that.
Yeah, just a horrible situation. We'll pick that back up. We're hitting a break here. And we'll finish that up because that is an interesting story. And plenty more news for you here on NTR Daily. Our 40th episode, everybody. We'll be right back.
She musters a smile for his nostalgic tale. Never coming near what he wanted to say, only to realize it never really was. She had a place in his life. He never made her think twice. As she rises to her apology, anybody else would surely know he's watching her go. But if who believes he sees, no wise man has the power to reason away.
Hey everybody, Daniel Brewer from Night Talks Radio and NTR Daily. Hey, if you're looking for safe, natural, and amazing products for both you and your loved ones, Valhalla Beard and Body is the store for you. So the owner, Timothy McMahon, takes absolute pride in everything that he does and makes. Suffering from skin problems, Timothy found himself spending way too much money on products that simply didn't work. So just out of the blue, he made up his mind to try and make his own products. So this is where the magic began. Valhalla Beard and Body has several different bars of soaps, scents, wax melts, beard care products, and soap savers. Everything is homemade and made from bees rescued from the state of Arizona. This absolutely unique conservative store also has bundles, kits, and soon to come shampoo products. So if you're tired of wasting your money on far-left companies that don't care about you whatsoever, head on over to ValhallaBeardandBody.net and check out some of the natural products. I think the secret ingredient is leftist tears. That will leave you smelling good, looking great, and enjoying soft skin results. Oh, and don't forget to click on the code NTR10 for 10% off your order. Again, that's NTR10 for 10% off. The offer does not apply to custom soap loaves. So, if you love America and you're patriotic and, of course, on the right side, hop on the internet and check out ValhallaBeardAndBody.net or call Timothy McMahon directly at 602-622-1126. That's 602-622-1126. And start enjoying handcrafted soaps, beer balms, beard oils, and much, much more. Valhalla Beard and Body is located in Gilbert, Arizona. For the love of your country, check them out today.
I'm a scat man. I'm a scat
Everybody stutters one way or the other, so check out my message to you. As a matter of fact, I don't let nothing hold you back. If the scat man can do it, so can you. Everybody's saying that the scat man stutters but does and never stutter when he sings. But what you don't know, I'm gonna tell you right now that the stutter and the scat is the same thing. Yo, I'm the scat man. Where's the scat man? I'm the scat man. Why should we be pleasing any politician reasons who would try to cheat the seasons if they could? The state of the condition insults my intuition, and it only makes me crazy and hard like wood. Everybody stutters one way or the other, so check out my message to you. As a matter of fact, don't let nothing hold you back. If the scat man can do it, brother, so can you. I'm the scat man.
Streaming to you live from Spreaker.com and somewhere deep in the great upper Midwest. If you're ready for a ride, you can call NTR anytime by dialing the nationwide caller line at 1-507-384-9390. First-time callers can reach Night Talks Radio at 1-507-307-4424. Text Daniel and NTR exclusively at 1-218-689-7126. Now, from somewhere in the great upper Midwest, here's your hosts, Daniel Brewer and Jennifer Gregerson.
Still weeping those things you call dead haven't yet had the chance to be born. I'm the scat man.
Our 40th episode, everybody, all together. So that includes Night Talks Radio Live, NTR Daily, which of course is a part of the Night Talks Radio Network. And you know what? We really hope that people that are working these late hours, you know, we spoke about railroaders, police officers, especially the sheriff's department here in town, and Thief River Falls as well, their police department. Nurses, you know, that are just doing their thing, you know, during the night. I hope they can flip us on one way or another. And I hope we can bring them some sort of entertainment, whether it's perhaps a song or something that we're talking about.
Just to brighten their night.
Yes, to put a smile on their face and to show that we appreciate everything that they do, including the first responders.
Yes.
Police officers, of course. We have a huge back of the blue flag hanging behind our television. But these guys are, I mean, just nonstop.
Yeah, firefighters, you know,
so,
name it.
If we can give them entertainment of sorts, you know, whether, like I said, it be NTR Daily, like we're having tonight, or our actual show, when we have guests, Night Talks Radio Live, which Season 3 kicks back off tomorrow at 9:05 p.m. Central Time, 10:05 p.m. Eastern Time, with Dave Schrader. Of course, he's been on Darkness Radio. Then he also has a couple shows with Discovery and the Travel Channel. And I'm sure a multitude of other things. This guy goes a long way back.
Yeah.
So, but I've always enjoyed Dave, and I look forward to the conversation, and I hope everybody out there will enjoy it just as much as me and Jennifer will.
Yes.
So, I just wanted to get that out of the way real quick. So, we were talking about Maine and their support for Ukraine, which I think is completely awesome. I think people that kind of not maybe show off so much, but have Ukrainian flags and things like that, I think they're a certain type of person.
Yeah, yeah.
I think that shows that they are respectable.
Yep.
Truthful, hardworking, just good in general.
Right.
You know?
Yep.
And it just, to me, it says a lot.
Yeah, it does. It does. It says a lot of a person's personality, too.
It does. It does. You know?
Compassion.
Yes.
Compassionate.
Yes. And, you know, it's...
And this actually brings me to the next person I'm going to talk about.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Tom McCarthy. He is actually a resident of a rural town of Skowhegan.
Say what?
Skowhegan?
Skowhegan. Where the hell is that?
That's in Maine. It's just a small rural town. You know, he has the biggest flag made by Bill Swain, the town's flag maker. This flag is 5 by 8 foot long.
Wow. That's pretty cool as well.
So,
I wanted to...
hold on 1 second. Since the first flag in April, Swan has sold more than 2,000 flags.
Wow, that is awesome. That
he
is
makes
awesome.
Them all by hand.
That's why I can't wait to get a true home, a house, because we can have things like that or display things like that.
Right.
You know, be our own property, so to speak. But inside our home, of course, I wanted to mention that we also have a Russian flag.
We do,
and that was given to us by our friends in southern Moscow.
Yeah, we have a Poland one too.
We have Polish because of our
we're
kind of mixed Polish, and you have Czech in you as well.
Yeah,
that's why we Czech flag, of course. But the Polish is because of my friend Paul.
Yeah, and we have our Trump flag.
And of course, you gotta have the Trump flag in the house.
And then you have your NASCAR flag.
And then you gotta have a little NASCAR, folks. You like
Truex.
NASCAR? You ever heard of NASCAR? But yeah, so when people come in here and they see that we have a Ukrainian flag hanging in the window, and they look over our home studio and they see the Russian flag, they're like, "What in the fuck?"
Yeah.
So it's kind of confusing to the normal person because they're like, well, isn't, that's kind of...
Yeah, exactly, but...
Yeah, it's like having an Oreo without the filling.
But you do have some Russian. You are from,
I do have Russian blood, yes.
Too, so,
but that's not the main reason.
No.
The main reason is to show support for the Russian people who, like I said, 110% do not want to have anything to do with what's happening.
And our friend from Russia, yes.
Yes, our friends, which, before I had made mention of, but I am not going to mention any names because of the situation at hand now, present day. Right. Go ahead.
So, back to the Maine. Mr. Swain, he says that the orders have come from all over the country, and he donates a quarter of the proceeds to a charity working in Ukraine. So that's awesome. Maine has always welcomed immigrants from other countries and have several people from Ukraine as well. So very, very good news there. I am very proud of the state of Maine. I think that it's very compassionate for them.
I hope that catches on.
Hold the flag, display it in their window or their house or even in their car. They've been using it in their car too. They've had the car flags and everything. So I commend the state of Maine.
I really hope that catches fire around the nation.
Yes.
And it's... Like I said, people that support Ukraine are they're just like us. But I also want to say a different breed, and by no means is it because of the government of the United States.
No.
Who, as long as Biden is in office, what did they used to say? Not my president.
They want peace.
Not my regime.
Yeah, they want peace, just like we want peace.
Exactly.
We want our country back, and they want their country back.
It's what's wonderful about Zelensky is the fact that he just straight up tells it how it is.
Yeah.
There's no hiding nothing. No. There's no Bidenisms. I like to say. He exposes everything, and he whatever he says, he stands behind.
Yeah.
And people have tried to twist his words, and he comes right back the very next day and says, no. This is what I meant. This is what I said. Don't try to twist my words.
Right.
Right. So, but to finish that main thing, I hope that catches on throughout the nation. Of course, a majority of Democratic states, though, unfortunately, aren't going to catch on to that. I have a feeling.
The thing is here, we've had our flag up ever since it started, and I'm surprised it didn't catch on here. Such a small little town.
Yeah. Some people, there's a lot of things. People are afraid.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, number one. But
We get people honking at us
have people that
because
honk at every truck driver knows us in this town. People coming in from Thief River Falls know exactly what we're in. Red Lake Falls, there's Ukrainian flag.
Yep.
It's almost like a sight to see.
Yep.
Okay. I remember in the summer we used to get with the windows open, cars beeping, going, Ukraine, Ukrainian flag, and all that good stuff, and. If we have like an emergency, we call the local sheriff's department and just say the Ukrainian flag.
Yeah, and they know exactly where we are.
So we don't have to worry about addresses or anything like that.
Easy for them to find us too,
Right, and
we support our country. We support Ukraine. We support a lot of countries. And it's not just our country.
We support our country.
We support countries that want freedom.
That's right. We support our country and our Constitution. We definitely do not support the Biden regime or administration. I'm so glad we took the House, though. Thank God. It's a stepping stone. And then in 2024, I really don't want to see Trump and DeSantis having a fallout of any sort. But DeSantis most likely will get into the White House in 2024. Trump, there's a possibility still. A long time to go still. But
people like
it's going to be a conservative Republican.
People like new. They like new people.
They like new. They knew like idea.
Yeah.
They want the United States of Florida.
Yep.
Because Florida has done absolutely everything right.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep.
So if you don't know what Florida is doing, just look it up.
Yeah.
Just look it up.
Yep.
And you'll be like, wow.
Yep.
Okay? So that's the place to be. And I would love for DeSantis to make Florida the United States.
Don't get me wrong. I would love to move to Florida. It's beautiful there and
I
everything
would.
like that. But the only thing is that would really, really, I would hate is the hurricanes.
Oh, you got your hurricanes and all that, which are going to get worse.
I loved it when I went to Pensacola. Pensacola Beach, Florida. That was beautiful.
Jacksonville was nice for me.
Yeah.
Of course, Orlando.
So who knows? Maybe
Daytona.
Maybe NTR Daily and Night Talks Radio will venture over to Florida someday.
Do a sort of a travel show.
Not necessarily travel. Move.
Move.
Move to Florida someday.
Right. I'm not gonna lie. I would miss Upper Minnesota. I told you just before. Like, there's something about
You won't survive in Florida. It's too hot.
Oh gosh, yeah. Like, I have to be in 24/7 refrigeration.
That's why I think you'll miss Minnesota.
Yeah. In the wintertime here, I still have to have the air conditioner on.
Yeah, it's not.
People think I'm insane. They're like, "What's wrong with this dude?"
Absolutely insane.
And the bottom line is, I don't like to be hot.
No.
So call me whatever you want, whatever vicious name. But I'm completely racist towards heat.
Yeah, right. All right, so listen to this. Here's another national news.
Here we go.
The world's oldest cat is 26 years and 329 days old.
Did you say 26 as 26 years old?
Mm-hmm. Roughly the equivalent.
There it is. That's why people love this show.
Human years.
Equivalent. Like that. It's like, man, Jennifer Gregerson, you have to be a part of this show.
The name is called
Equivalent.
Flozzie.
His name is Flozzie? She?
Her name is Flozzie.
Flozzie. Floozy?
Flozzie, whatever, however they pronounce it. Anyways, she is basically she's a feline from the Ukraine.
Yeah, well, she's a cat?
From the UK, United Kingdom. She's a
feline. Get out of here.
Yeah, she's a cat from the
UK. So she told us not.
Yeah. But listen. Because it is the oldest cat, it has made the Guinness World Records, the Guinness Book of World Records.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I know what you're trying to say.
Yep. So Floozy, or Flozzie, or whatever you say, she's lived in many homes throughout her life, and she was recently given to the Cats Protection Program, which is a cat charity and adoption agency.
Yeah.
And that's when they realized when they looked at her vet records that it showed that she was almost 27 years old and she was the oldest cat ever around, the world's oldest cat. They were basically flabbergasted.
Flabbergasted.
You almost, where did they come up with that kind of word?
You almost had that one.
Flabbergasted. Where did they come up with that kind of word?
I'd imagine like it's just like you're so like exhausted and kind of like semi-pissed off that you're flabbergasted.
Well, flabbergasted means amazed. You're so amazed.
Does it?
Yes, you're so flabbergasted.
Did you just teach me something?
You're amazed. You just can't believe your eyes. You know, you're at awe. You know, from it. Look at it.
Wow, this whole time I thought flabbergasted meant you're kind of pissed off.
Let's see what it means. Let's see what it means.
No, I believe you. Like if you're telling me that, I believe you 100%.
I mean, yeah. Why would they be pissed off that she's 27 years old? They would just be in awe, amazement, you know?
No, you're right. Yeah. I just, wow. That word, this whole time, I feel like I've been lied to. Like, that word means, like, happiness, sort of.
Awe, you know, like, shocked.
I thought it was more like, oh, just fuck this entire situation. That's what I thought it was. You know what I mean?
No, here. I'll look it up here for sure and give you the right meaning of it. Flabbergasted. Like I said, where do they come up with these words, though, you know?
You know, we were talking about the police just a little bit ago. You know who I want to get on the show? Is Sheriff
Greatly
Mitch Bernstein.
Surprised or astonished is flabbergasted.
Okay, yeah, you got me on that one. Was it Mitch Bernstein?
Mitch Bernstein, yes.
I want to get him on the show.
He's the sheriff now. He's the sheriff once again for a second term.
I enjoy him. We've had several conversations. I know you've talked to him several times. A very enjoyable fellow. He had spoken to me about getting permits and whatnot. You know, for because you know, I'm a Glock enthusiast overall. I mean, like, I like Glock stuff. Like, right. I have waiting, like, and then you know, when I get some, like, I'm gonna order some Glock socks. You know, because it says, like, I'm really one of those people that are like enthusiasts. You know, like sports car collectors. Right. So yeah, I was talking to him about that, but no, yeah, I'm gonna get him on the show too, and get police chief sort of aspect of what goes on in the region. Kind of like I want Brian Homer to tell us like the political bubble.
No, I understand completely where you're coming from.
But Mitch, a good guy. Thank you for protecting us.
Thank you for all of Red Lake Falls.
That's right.
Sheriffs and police officers protecting us.
That is very awesome.
Yes.
I love the state trooper car.
And Thief River Falls. Thief River Falls is very good too. I mean, Sheriff Kuznia, he's retiring. He's actually having.
I know.
I think it's in January. I want to say.
Yeah.
He's having a party.
But that guy did. Now, this gentleman over here that we have on the wall, did he win?
What gentleman we have on the
wall? That guy, right there, the brochure.
Oh no.
He didn't win?
No, I don't think that's the one. No.
That guy is the guy that I want to talk to. Maybe find him, talk to him, speak to him, maybe even get him on the show. I don't know. But I really want to say thank you to him for reasons that I'll keep to myself right now. But yeah, so we'll get Mitch on the show here at Red Lake Falls and get Brian Homer. And all that good stuff, and we'll just have a political, police chief conversation extraordinaire.
Yes, political safety.
Political safety stuff and whatnot. I was real quick. I was mentioning about the state patrol trooper vehicle in the back. Man, I thought I was right. I thought it was a scarecrow operation. Remember?
Yeah,
I really did, and it did.
And
I thought I was right, and I wanted to ask Mitch. Dude, come over here, pal. Hey, is that trooper vehicle? Is that a fucking scarecrow? Because I was like in Michigan, like you cannot bring your police vehicle home unless you're on break, lunch, or there's an emergency or something like that, and you can't bring it home unless you're like chief of police or at least second in line. But just officers, no, you cannot keep your vehicle at home overnight.
Weird.
So I was very curious about that because I saw that vehicle, at least what I thought was the same vehicle, over at that apartment complex.
Yeah.
And it just sat there. So and they moved over here, and I was like, so that's a scarecrow. So they don't have to keep taking these calls about the marijuana smokers here in the back. So they don't have to take those calls.
Now too.
Down below, yeah.
It's skunk weed every time I walk into this building now.
It's a never ending.
Oh,
it's a battle that's just like as long as it's not coming into my house. My domain, my area.
Yeah, but our daughter shouldn't still have to smell that crap.
She shouldn't have to walk through. That's correct. But that's what the police are there for. Whatever. I don't want to bother them with that type of stuff. They have so much to do. But if it gets too bad, then that's what you got to do. But yeah, how about that? To finish that off, have you ever heard of somebody getting in trouble for calling the police? Let's just leave it that way.
Yeah.
I want to talk to Mitch about that.
Yeah, exactly.
You know why we got in trouble, Mitch?
Yeah.
Because we called you.
Yeah, exactly.
We called you for assistance.
Yeah. All right, so 8 people aboard a broken down and adrift boat were rescued off the coast of the United States / Mexico border on Wednesday evening.
And to finish that story, that's why I don't go on boats.
After days without food and water, and 3 people were taken to the nearby hospital for reasons unknown, but yes, most likely it was illegal immigrants trying to cross over.
Well, I mean, Biden said, "Come on over, man." I mean,
right.
we're open, man.
So
we're supposed to open our doors.
Let's talk about Elon Musk.
Elon!
All right, so he is granting amnesty for suspended accounts.
Yes, he's bringing back Babylon Bee coming back. He offered to Trump. I'd imagine that little old us, Nate Talks Radio Network, should be allowed to come back and finally build in no more shadow banning.
Yeah, and
thank goodness.
The billionaire's announcement came after he asked in a poll posted to his timeline.
Oh, people hate it.
On reinstatements.
People hate it.
Was yes of 72%.
I don't know who voted on it, but I know that they hate it though. They hate it. They're scared. Yeah. I mean, they've come out. The people on the board, the far leftists, have come out and said that that they literally cry themselves to sleep at night because they're so afraid of what Elon Musk is going to do to this nation. It's like, wow, please.
So,
world's smallest violin, everybody. It's in the background. Take a listen.
Yep. So the shooter. The shooter, okay, who killed the 6 people at Walmart in Virginia late Tuesday. He was actually a coworker. He was targeting
at Walmart.
He was targeting co-workers, going hunting, and making sure they were dead, according to a witness, Jessica Wilk-Zeski.
Oh, good God! I hope this story ends with.
She said the overnight team leader, Andre Bing, came into the break room before the late shift started and opened fire.
Okay.
He only worked there for a few days. He said the gunman let her go when he recognized her, but fired again at other employees he had already hit and were down. The youngest one killed in this incident was 16-year-old.
Police say that the deputies or the police officers that responded emptied the clip into him.
Oh, I'm assuming they did. I mean, I didn't read any further on to that. I just wanted to put a little bit about this part, about what she had said, is that he was apparently acting like he was going hunting.
Yeah, they've been doing that a lot. There's a story out there about that YouTube influencer who did something very similar. I mean, they set this up for a long time, and they document it on their YouTube channels and this and that, and they're straightforward telling you, this is what I'm going to do.
Yeah, there apparently was a note left behind.
Oh, jeez.
But
who cares?
they're still
Throw it away.
investigating that, you know, so.
Yeah, I don't want to know nothing about them. I don't care anything about them, but
no, but I like a note of why he did it, a ransom note or
right,
something,
why he did
knows?
it, though at this point it's moot. I don't care.
Yeah,
I don't care
exactly.
why you did what you did,
You're a piece
but
of
you're
shit.
pure evil, and I love to refer back to the sheriff chief in Florida when the black gentleman jumped out of the vehicle with the two white officers, was beating the one of the white officers in the head, crushed his skull and his eye socket.
Jesus.
Okay, and that was just the tip of the iceberg. The other officer, due to quick thinking, ran to the other side of his patrol vehicle, came out the other side from behind, and emptied his clip. I think there was about 9 shots left. And, of course, you had people coming out, why did you have to do that? Why did you have to shoot him? And the sheriff immediately came to the defense of his deputy and said, because evil can't be dead enough. Okay? And a majority of these cases, 90-95% of them, I thoroughly agree with that.
Yep.
If you're willing to do that to a police officer or innocent people in public, then you do deserve the clip emptied in you.
Yep.
So I wonder what happened to that officer. I know he was very seriously injured. It was a very bad situation. I know his skull was fractured. I know his orbital socket was fractured. I think he lost hearing in one ear.
Jesus.
When the officer approached before he began shooting. He was just beating him with the butt of the fully automatic weapon that he had, and frankly, it's sad to even talk about that. There's people in our society that do that thing, and the thing is, these people are traveling from a Democratic state, mind you.
Yep.
This guy was supposed to be in jail. Okay, he had multiple warrants. Okay, and we're not talking parking violations here. We're talking about major felonies, and the dude was out of prison. Okay, that's exactly why this happened, and that's how this all came about. But, I'm so glad because of Candace Owens now that Black Lives Matters is sizzling down.
Yeah.
Okay,
Right.
I don't want to hear a damn thing from BLM again.
No.
Okay, because they attempted to try to say that was racism for what he did. No, I would do the same exact thing if I saw my partner being killed.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, after already being shot.
Yep.
Oh, and then the whole taser thing.
Serve and protect. You serve and protect all the way.
That guy was tased, and he also was shot in the leg. Okay, did that prevent him doing what he did? Nope.
No.
Not at all. So your whole, why didn't you stun gun him? Why didn't you shoot him in a more non-lethal area?
Right.
There you go. Just watch the video. It's on YouTube, but I must warn you, it's extremely graphic. And yeah, I don't know what happened to the female. She went and ran off camera, and then the. I hate to laugh in this situation, but the black gentleman who looked to be probably about 18, 19, 20, possibly 21, who was leaning on the trunk of the vehicle that the gentleman was in, and the two cops were separated, and one cop was trying to get him out of the vehicle because the other officer wanted to speak to him. He was just leaving there, doing this, clean as day, like, oh shit, he knew what was going on in his head. He's hoping for the best. Boy, as soon as he opened that door and gunshot and yelling started, that dude ran about 70 miles per hour, man, towards the highway. He hightailed it out of there like I've never seen in my fucking life, man. He was like, he knew what was going to happen, and he was going to have nothing to do with it, man.
Right.
He did get caught about an hour later, thank God. But yeah,
another worthless one off.
He was just waiting to bolt. Usain Bolt, man. That's what he was.
Wow.
But yeah.
So the good thing is here about the regional news is a man from Bloomington, Minnesota.
Home of the former Minnesota North Stars. Yes, go ahead.
Anyways, he is now in custody after shooting 2 people inside a Vietnamese restaurant on Wednesday.
How many shootings are we going to hear about?
This is apparently how he showed up. He showed up wearing a Halloween mask and a maroon hoodie, and he started just shooting. And he ended up shooting the 25-year-old server, who was shot twice, but he is expected to survive.
Absolutely ridiculous. It seems like every news.
A 49-year-old man, though, who was a regular at the restaurant.
That is just so saddening.
But they caught him.
Good.
But,
good.
You know, they didn't catch him like,
in the act or whatever they called him after. Or...
They caught him, in Oklahoma.
What the F? How did he get to Oklahoma if this happened in Bloomington?
Because he just hightailed out of there after it happened, and he must have just drove to Oklahoma, because that's where they arrested him, in Oklahoma.
The
47-year-old man that was killed, or the 47-year-old man that was arrested, he was originally from Texas.
Well, all you can do in these scenarios with all these shootings that we're hearing about more and more, of course they want to blame the NRA and this and that, and conservatives and blah, 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 Second Amendment. No, it's clearly because the President of the United States, which it bothers me so bad to say that, Biden and the Biden regime have straight up told the left and their followers to hurt Republicans, be violent, if necessary, eliminate them.
Vietnamese restaurant,
Right. So, the world that we're in right now is, I'm frankly surprised there hasn't been a Civil War II yet.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
I say that with all honesty, because it's getting to that point.
Right.
But I think conservatives and Republicans are going to regain control in the next couple of years, and hopefully we can start to get things back on track. It ain't going to be tomorrow, but let's aim for something reasonable. 2028, 29, 30 maybe, possibly slightly beyond that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But
the left... We'll have to wait and see. We just have to pray and hope that we take over office in 2024.
Oh, we will. I mean, there's no question about that. All you have to do is the candidates on the Republican side. It happens to me too. It happens to me too. All they have to do is say the economy.
You get tongue twisted.
You get tongue twisted, yes, you do. All you have to do is say the economy, and Biden won't have anything to say, and people will be like, oh yeah, they will remember the gas prices. They'll remember the mighty inflation that is still going to get even worse in the next couple of weeks, heading towards Christmas, and then into the new year. January and February and March are just going to be outstanding. And I say outstanding because it's going to be so horribly bad.
Yep. Well, listen to this.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, so President Joe Biden said on Thursday that his administration was involved in negotiations with the U.S. railroad strike.
Sure they were. What he means by negotiations is we're going to try to force a contract down your throat, and you're going to do what we say. And the union reps are saying, and the employees especially, are saying, go fuck yourself.
Well, apparently this is what he says, okay? So... with the railroad strike because it could shut down supply chains across the country.
And that's the point. We need to make a point to the CEOs. He declined to provide
details on how the talks were going, though, because it was, quote, the middle of negotiations.
No. Of course it is. He's not going to say anything truly negative.
Earlier this week, several of the groups, which is 300 groups or whatever,
unions and
renewed the calls for Biden and Congress to step in, basically.
Yeah, some did. But the bottom line here is that I'm probably still going to say we, because I was with the railroad for so long, but we're not going to take it no more. It's just the bottom line.
Well, here's the thing, that the rail traffic stoppage could freeze almost 30% of U.S. cargo shipments.
And again, railroaders, engineers, conductors.
Very important to have them.
It's not because we want to do this to hurt the United States and the residents and civilians. It's because it's gotten so bad that we have to catch everybody's attention now. And it has to be exposed what is happening, when you're out there on the job. Okay? I mean, it's akin to fucking torture.
Yeah.
Okay? So, no way, shape, or form should, say, like a rookie conductor doing the job that we do, come in making only like $1 more than a fucking McDonald's worker.
Yeah.
For example, okay, and then the whole off time, this and that. I mean,
$17 an hour for a McDonald's.
There's a whole multitude of things that on another NTR Daily I would like to go through before the scheduled shutdown to fully explain to people why this is happening. And again, don't blame your engineer or conductor, your yard master or train master. Okay, this is the government's fault, and this is the companies out there, the CEOs that refuse to give $1 to the people who make that industry run, risk their lives every day, when these guys are making profits per day in the millions or billions. But do you think that they would cut a check for a conductor or an engineer for even $1,000? Absolutely fucking not. So there's a lot to be said and talked about this whole situation, and we will do so on another episode of NTR Daily. Go ahead.
Yes. All right, so the Kremlin-linked leader of the notorious Wagner mercenary group said
folks.
Wednesday that he sent a sledgehammer to be delivered to the European Parliament,
the EU,
in a dark reminder of one's fighters' gruesome killing. Can you explain that?
Well, the whole thing with that is that so here's how nice this Russian mercenary group is. One guy wanted to defect and run out with most of the Russians leaving the country. They made him kill himself, and I don't know how you would do this. Like I'm trying to think in my head how you would be able to do so, because there's like a mechanism in the human body that stops you from like killing yourself.
Well, yeah, unless they give him some kind of medication.
No, there was no medication. There was guns pointed at him. They made him beat himself to death in the head with a steel sledgehammer.
Jesus.
Then they sent that a sledgehammer to the EU, the Parliament. And said they had a small note that says, we no longer recognize the EU. As of today, the EU is dissolved.
Jesus.
So if you wanted to get a point across, they certainly did.
Yeah, wow.
So now we got vigilantes and mercenaries working for Russia. God knows how many. We don't know where they're at and what they're doing and what they're planning. But this is, I don't need to say it. It's getting tremendously out of hand.
Yeah.
And I cannot tell you, and I'm usually pretty learned on this stuff, I really can't tell you what's going to happen in the next 24 hours.
No.
Every day.
No. Well, and that's interesting you're talking about Ukraine and what's going on over there, too, because the Ukrainian authorities are working to bring back the electrical, supplies to the city.
The grid. Of course, Russia...
Because of the missiles that damaged the critical infrastructure.
The eastern electrical grids were damaged badly, and then you get the far left media saying that it was Ukrainian missile defense going 50 plus miles into Poland. No, I'm sorry, that was a package already pre-set up. And the funny thing is, Zelensky, when he was asked, was, these defense missiles of yours, do you think that they could... he goes, well, what do they're yours. Mm-hmm. You gave them to us. Yeah. I thought they were pretty good myself until you just told me that. So, of course, the leftist media are trying to make Ukraine look bad, just as Putin says that there's plenty of Nazis in Ukraine, and Zelensky's like, dude, I'm a half Jew. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. My father died killing Nazis. Yeah. So it's just insane rhetoric and propaganda coming from the Russian government, military, Putin himself, this and that.
Well, they're forcing them back to the Stone Age, aren't they?
They are, and here's my only.
They're cooking quickly off of wood stoves.
That's the plan. They've cut off all energy to
even metal just outside, just cooking from the sun.
Germany and places like that, the EU now, and obviously the sledgehammer message was a big thing. They're not going to make it through the winter. People are going to
Germany, Ukraine.
No, I'm talking about the EU.
Oh,
with Nord Stream shut down. People, I'm just going to come out and say, people are going to freeze to death in their homes.
Well, they're going to evacuate, I suppose, before it gets anywhere.
And where are you going to put them? Yeah, well. Where are you going to put the entire European Union?
Who knows?
But the thing is, the bottom line is, I think what's going to happen here is Russia is probably sooner than later going to hit a reactor or two. Is at the Europe's largest nuclear power plant, and then use nuclear blackmail.
I thought they've already been throwing missiles over.
They have. They haven't hit the reactors yet, and they haven't hit the last emergency backup system for water. If they were to hit that, you would have a meltdown. That would make Chernobyl look like fucking kids play. Jesus. And it would be, as I said from the beginning, and there was some doubters out there, this would be a global event on levels that humanity has never seen before.
Well, let's go ahead and let's talk a little bit about what's going on in Syria.
What's happening in Syria now, for God's sakes?
Two recent incidents. An Iranian drone attack on a ship in the Gulf of Oman, and a rocket attack on the U.S. forces in Syria. Okay?
They'll suffer for that one.
What's going on there is that Turkey wants to strike on the Kurdish militants. I guess, the Kurdish militants. Okay. Turkey wants to strike on it. But the Pentagon just had another meeting with the Chinese defense chiefs in Cambodia.
Jeez, what? I mean, why are we having meetings
with
these guys?
They're calling it an opening of lines of communication meeting.
Oh, horseshit.
This is the second face-to-face meeting, which came after the Indonesia meeting between President Tsai and Biden last week.
Yeah, which went very well.
But they are urging that... basically,
here's how well that went. We're moving nuclear weapons into Australia, ICBMs.
De-escalation.
Yes, of course they are. And the United States knows as much as I know is that yes, sure, shake hand,
no,
and
the
then
US
immediately
is urging de-escalation.
Well, of course. What are you going to say in front of cameras and the public and the leftist media? Of course. Oh, we don't want this to happen. At the same time, like I said, you have salvos of ICBMs being moved to Australian territory because that's right there near China. Okay, in case China gets giddy, that's where those ICBMs are going.
But
okay,
they are receiving quick responses from the U.S. Central Command.
Yeah, so it's going down, and of course
it's going all over. I mean, it's got you got Turkey fighting, you got Turkey fighting with Syria. Or
well,
whatever,
Jennifer, stop right there.
The whole world is in a big, huge fight.
You just said it yourself.
Yeah.
The whole world.
But it's not just Russia.
What does that mean?
It's not just Russia and Ukraine anymore.
World War III is literally around the corner.
Yeah, and it's not just between Russia and Ukraine anymore.
The hot points are Russia, Ukraine, United States, China, Taiwan, and the United States, and now including Australia and Japan. And South Korea. Keep in mind as well. North Korea has already threatened several times to nuke South Korea. It's getting out of hand, and
it is.
I don't know what else to say.
Who's going to push the button? And what did you just tell me about what our bombers did over in the Ukrainian, Russian fleet?
Louisiana. Yes, we had. I think 5 to 6 B-52 bombers leave on what seemed to be alertness at the highest level.
You know what they were there for.
They're going to Ramstein.
Well, no, they were actually there to intercept or to show that they are not going to put up with it with China's
no.
Wait.
You're wrong.
North Korea did another tactical missile.
North Korea can do all they want. When the West has problems, North Korea, like I said, is a little past the little bug that comes in there and says, we're going to test our nuclear weapons now because look at that, everybody's against the United States. But when the United States gets back on track, North Korea shuts their mouth. Okay? So we're not worried about North Korea right now. Okay? What we are worried about, though, is Russia breaking through into Poland. We are getting our B-52 nuclear bombers over to Ramstein. Okay, because the bottom line is, in the big scheme of things, we cannot let Ramstein fall.
Yeah.
Ramstein falls, Russia would most likely get Europe. And you don't have to be a rocket scientist to understand that that cannot happen.
Right.
We cannot have them break through the Polish borders.
What also happened is that we took our B-50 or our B bombers or whatever,
B-52s,
and we flew very, very low.
That was in response to two jackass fighter pilots from the Russian Federation who did like a Top Gun flyby of one of our carriers out there. And so what we did is we flew very low to the water surface, our B-52 bombers, and they had no idea that we were there until the plane actually passed.
Jesus.
So, yeah, that was our response for that. Okay, so quote of the day.
We're going to go ahead with the quote of the day. Let go of who you think you need to be and just be who you actually are.
There you go. I think it's time to wrap it up. Say goodbye to everybody out there in the radio world and
goodbye,
all that good
and
stuff.
We'll see you tomorrow night for Dave Schrader.
All right, folks, for NTR Daily, I'm Daniel Brewer. That was co-host Jennifer Gregerson. NTR Daily will be back on Tuesday. We will be back tomorrow for Night Talks Radio Live, 9:05 p.m. Central Time with Mr. Dave Schrader. So don't miss out on that. Everybody, have a great night.
Like
Hey everybody, this is your host, Daniel Brewer from Night Talks Radio and NTR Daily.
And this is co-host Jennifer Gregerson of Night Talks Radio and NTR Daily.
We here at the Night Talks Radio Network would love to thank you for joining us for another episode of NTR Daily.
Our mission here at Night Talks Radio Network is to keep you up to date on the conservative news you can use.
And here at the Night Talks Radio Network, we won't shove CRT down your children's throats, or teach them that a girl can be a boy, or a boy can be a girl, and that it's totally cool to have a drag queen read to you in elementary. Because we all know that's something our children need. And not to mention, we won't say anything about getting a shot that actually makes you more infectious and doesn't work anyway.
We are true to you and your conservative family values.
So rest assured, there's no far, insane leftist views here.
NTR Daily can be heard Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday nights at 11:35 p.m. Central Time, right here on the Night Talks Radio Network.
You can also hear us on the weekends on Night Talks Radio Live from either 9:05, 10:05, or 11:05 p.m. Central Time. So until the next NTR Daily,
stay safe and remember,
they are listening. So long, everybody.
In my mouth is a desert, running dry on the tip of my tongue. Taste your life.